Hello, and welcome everyone to Odd Roller Saturday Edition, where a bunch of us dorky TikTokers and our lovely streamist, Nani, play Dungeons & Dragons.
I'm a TikToker too.
Dungeons & Dragons!
Why am I separated from the rest?
Because you're not dorky is what I'm saying. You're still a TikToker, but you're not a dorky TikToker.
I beg to differ. She's a massive doll.
Did I miss something?
I was trying to compliment the person that runs this, keeps the stream running, but okay, sure. Anyway, we have a few announcements before we get started. We have our Instagram up, Leah or Whisper, body paint.
Hi, I'm literally about to upload it now. There we go, I just uploaded.
Would you go ahead and explain a little bit about the Instagram, all that jazz?
So, currently, we're just posting things that we've done, just, D&D related shit. I've got pictures of our characters on here, our logo, which you guys will notice from the opening screen, and pictures of dice and stuff like that, and we're just sort of keeping it going and keeping it active at the moment. If you guys have any questions for us or, want to contact any of us and talk about anything, I'd say message it. I will probably be the one replying, but I'll tell everyone what's happened, and, it's a way to talk to you guys, which is really fun.
You can find a link down below, because I put it in today. Ha!
Hey!
I actually did
Proud.
it!
Very proud. Okay, thank you. All right. Big Evil Bad update. He currently or they, I guess, because she, I'm not quite sure yet, has a total of 96 additional HP. I haven't even gone back and actually watched the campaign for the dabs you've done yet, Leah, so it's gonna
Those hit points are gonna double.
Hi, Shed.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get started, would everyone introduce their characters and any platforms you want people to follow you on? I'll on it to Eldwin / Issac.
Hi, I'm Eldwin. I'm our blind ranger because I'm good at making life decisions, and I have a TikTok with the name of a guy who likes tea. All written together.
All right. Go ahead and popcorn it to another person.
Jaye.
Oh, I'm...
Oh, the flower crown's really cute. I just noticed it. I'm just slow like that.
I'm Jaye or Cos6 on Instagram and TikTok, and I'm playing Dhacy, who is a cleric. And I don't know, Leah.
Hi, I'm Whisper. I am the Barbarian Warlock of the group, and Genasi. I have a lot of anger issues in character, but out of character I'm a sugar fiend and a bad, apparently.
Stop it, don't you fucking dare.
We're not the bad here. Don't steal my fucking job.
I'm gonna pop
almost
Tia
classic
before she
bar.
kills
I
me.
will kill you tomorrow.
Please. Tia, you're up.
Hi, I'm Nani.
Oh wait, definitely yeah. Bye.
Alright, I'm Nani. I play Tia, the Halfling Bard. Today with glasses because actual Nani is blind as fuck. Yeah, you can find me everywhere at the name. Sometimes Nani-la-chan, here on Twitch. Sometimes, on TikTok, it's Nani no Hikoi. I'm not spelling you this. Yeah. And if you want to follow me. If not, I don't care. Mauku!
Hi! Don't mind me just moving my camera around because my laptop is slowly losing balance on the table. There we go. Hi! I'm Marcus Noise on TikTok, Instagram, and I believe I'm on Twitter. I haven't been on for a while, but I think it's still there. Hey! I'm playing Ran, the Drow who slept with a Teifling, so has horns. Rune Child, who so far has pretty much failed to use his ability.
Oh, Dad. He's a
My
master
dad.
of pictures.
Does your mom or your dad fuck the devil?
My dad fucked a Teifling, and now this happened.
That got personal, really fast.
And seeing as he has perpetual nosebleeds, I just drew it on in advance. So yeah.
Boo.
All right.
DM question.
Yeah.
Does the glasses give me an additional intelligence?
Does
No.
the dog give me extra charisma?
No, because you guys left that dog.
Shut up!
She's right here!
Quick, Danny, go.
Amy.
Sorry about that. I tripped.
That dog was a Newfoundland, idiot. I'm the Cornish Pisky on Instagram and TikTok. I forgot. It was so long today. I was at work. I'm sorry. And I play the Teifling Druid and the Pharaoh Teifling Monk. Depends on whatever last of which one I'm playing. Because we're mentally sound here.
We're all sane. We swear. Somehow. Not.
Sure. We did. Our parents just failed the wisdom checks when they had us.
I mean,
That's
you.
very appropriate.
All right, and I am Bret. I am literally everyone else. I go by the Cloak DM on Instagram. I am at just Bret on TikTok, and I don't use Facebook. Or actually, I don't use Twitch or anything. Just I'm Bret or the Cloak DM. One or the other will get my attention. A few housekeeping things for my players as a friendly reminder. Keep track of your dice rolls. If you roll 3 that are relatively close together, below a 10, I'll let you re-roll one. Because I want you guys to have fun.
Let me have my fun.
Because all of you are in cosplay, I added the gold pieces already to your accounts, except for Whisper, who got 20 because she is in body paint.
I have work tomorrow. I'm sorry.
I have day tomorrow. I have 6 hours on a train.
Tia isn't colorful. I can put on body paint.
It's easier for you to get into it, okay?
I'd
That's
like
why
to
there's
point
a-
out that my character is this color.
Yes, same.
I have props.
Props will get you also extra HP, not HP, GP. So if anyone has props, let me know. Flower crowns, like send me text, let me know. I'll add the gold
I have
pieces as we
flower.
move along.
I have flour. I
I
have
have his bag and his
I have
sketchbook.
stuff over there that's
I-
in a word that I can't get out.
One more time.
My loot
Send me
is
a
there.
list as a DM me, and then
Does a pan flute and a dog count?
No.
no, because your character neither has a pan flute nor a dog.
How about cookie?
I don't think Whisper's ever had a cookie.
We need to change that.
Anyway,
Maybe don't pick like boring orphan
maybe
raisin
if
ones
you-
like me.
If you're really nice next to Tia, she will make you some cookies. Maybe. If you're really nice, so I doubt it.
another thing, if anyone's watching in chat, please be respectful to our players. This is about having fun. This is a very homebrew world.
I would like to point out, someone has just put in chat, everyone rapidly rummages for props for extra gold points.
Accurate.
Don't call us out like this.
Hey, I forgot
James.
dice, to be fair. I had to go get dice.
Because,
Before we get started, is everyone have some sort of hydration?
Yes.
Does
Yes.
everyone have
Yes.
dice? Did
Yes.
everyone lose their will to live years ago?
yes!
Yes.
That's why I'm a warlock.
Okay.
Bold to assume I haven't ever
Actually,
had
can I do
one.
like one quick thing before we
Yes.
start? Hi, I want to show everyone this because it's fucking beautiful and my wife sent me it and it's made by Critical Treasures and it's a gorgeous dice tray. And I
Aw.
just think
Beautiful.
you should go check them out if you can. Critical Treasures.
Okay.
I saw them on Etsy.
Any other promotions we want to do before we get started?
I wrote some
Love us,
down.
appreciate us, because we're trying to make a story that you all enjoy.
I'm gonna go grab my inhaler.
Cat, go ahead and grab that real quick. Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of want to like,
Save the
I
first.
think that's a good idea, but I also want to ask why he needs it. Is he planning on running? Is there actually
Yeah,
physical
it's on top of the
activity
album.
involved in this?
Yes.
I didn't tell you, I bought all of you,
The treadmill?
yes, I bought every single one of you a treadmill. It's all being sent to your apartments and houses. I just haven't told you.
And if you stop running for even a second during the game, you're out.
Instant
That's
character
all-
death.
That's how a D&D gym would run. Like, if people actually had, like, you just had to keep running, and that's how well your characters were doing in the game.
There is
Anyway.
actually,
Really cool.
fitness program.
Yeah, that's what I was
Dungeons
going
and
to say.
workouts. We had this at work. you have to do like sit-ups and stuff like this. to
My
get-
family have just come home and they
instead of
don't know that I'm
rolling
painted blue.
dices.
Da-ba-dee-da-ba-da. Anyway, are all of you ready?
Ow.
Oh,
Yeah.
indeed.
I love how she says that like it's any odder than any of the things any of us do normally.
Yeah.
Like,
My
I'm
landlord,
blue.
my landlord has seen me purple. Try beat that.
I mean, same. My landlord got to the point that he recognised me only in body paint. If I was normal or not in cosplay, he didn't know who I was, and he accused me of trespassing.
I'm going to be 100% honest. I did not recognize Mauku or Jaye before I started talking to him outside of their Mollymawk beforehand.
When I first saw
Wait, what?
Mauku, he genuinely scared me outside of Mollymawk.
I did not recognize you out of Mollymawk, Mauku
Me-
or
I
Jaye.
mean, cool.
Yes.
I know he's a giant dog, and he's such a shit.
I don't look the same in any two cosplays. Then
That's also.
Like-
I
Shifter.
Either look like me in a different colour or Johnny Depp. There's nothing in between.
I've
Are
been
you
reliably
ever-
informed my Mafia
Yeah,
cosplay
we're
looks
ready,
like
we're
Johnny
ready.
Depp, so yeah.
can't relate.
Awesome. So, last we left off, you all had just left the safety of Safe Haven, a place that was a sanctuary for tieflings, drows, and tieflings, occasional drow, and Genasi. And we're on your road to the city of Krull. All along the way, you came across the city of Konstru, a city that has been freed of all sorts of slavery because they have very primitive forms of Warforged. It's very much a tinkerer's town. The main exports are putrees, tin, and booze. Mostly mead made from maple, which is actually surprisingly good if you haven't tried it.
I don't think we did. I think we just went to the spa.
Yeah.
But aren't you so glad you did?
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't even do what we asked to do first. You just took us to the spa because it turned out you were waiting there.
Yep, and I've been waiting there for hours.
Really pruny.
Just soaking.
Going into that, they met their new friend and cleric, Dhacy. A lovely elf. They were most of them majority naked. Tips were touched. Awkwardness was happened. Nosebleeds erupted. Whispers lying straight to Dhacy's face.
I forgot I had a fake name. I should probably keep track of that.
In my notes that I sent you, Leah.
What was it again? Screamy?
I think Evelyn. I think is Evelyn what she decided on.
Yeah, Elaine.
It was
Elaine.
Elaine.
Thank you.
Whisper is dying.
Yeah, bye,
Again.
bye Leah.
This one she calls me again.
No. It's loading.
You guys left the Silver Spoon bathhouse, which belonged to Shin, who was the partner to the barkeep of the Mead Anvil, Shen. I hate my life. But it is currently about 9 p.m. or it's about 8 p.m. It's dark now. It's a bit chilly, but you have all gotten your clothes clean, and you're walking back to the Mead Anvil. And the only person that seems slightly uncomfortable will be Rand because he decided to go into the spa with his underwear. And currently Whisper has that in a bag.
He's not clever, okay? He's not a clever boy.
I forgot I had your underwear.
Yep, underwear is currently in your inventory. Eldwin also has a pine cone on his forehead, on his head, and there have been new flowers placed into the braids that Leilani, our druid, decided to help with.
Yeah, give us a spin. Isn't it pretty?
It's so pretty. A pretty
I
boy.
am scared to wear this wig. I'm scared to spin around because my headphones are connected to my
The
phone.
fun part is your connection right now is pretty bad. And you're like
Sorry.
so slow motion. So
You're okay. You're okay.
Hey,
As a friendly reminder, we're here to have fun. I have a plot, but these guys don't listen to me, so it's fine. I love all of you. So, you guys are headed back. It's about a block away from where you all are currently.
DM, I have a short
Yes.
question. How long do we travel there?
It only took from here to the meat anvil,
Yeah.
like a 5-minute walk, maybe. These are kind of bigger streets.
No. I mean, sorry, not from to the tavern. I mean, to the
Safe
city.
Haven?
Yeah.
You actually had a day's rest, and you had to ride your horses all today. You guys got there at 6 p.m., so if you woke up at like 10, it's like 8 hours travel-ish, maybe a bit more.
So we rested on our way, right?
Yes, you've had a day's rest, so everyone should be at a full rest right now, except for you. You cast Cure Wounds on Ran because he had a nosebleed.
Yes.
That's why you have a spell slot missing.
What I want to ask you, I have these books. Was I able to read them like during the travel or before we went to sleep?
Okay.
Maybe.
Well,
You
can I
probably
request a single one?
I have this one book that I have to read for 6 hours. What do you think? How much could I have read of it?
It's really hard to read on a horse unless you're in a carriage.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm sitting in front from Leilani. Leilani is. I mean.
go ahead and make an intelligence check with disadvantage to see how well you're able to focus on a book as you're riding along like this. Because you don't have a rope attached to you or anything like that. You just have like Leilani's awkward hands trying to make sure he's not touching anything he's not supposed to as you guys are riding a horse.
While Whisper and Eldwin were riding a horse, she was trying to play I Spy, but then she realised it didn't work.
That's even worse. 9.
That is so bad.
Oh shit!
I rolled a 4 and a 9, so yes. Oh,
every time you try to, every time you focus on reading on it, your horse would either jump over something or take a step, and you almost kept stabbing yourself in the eye with the corner of the book, so you had to keep closing it. So you might have read a bit of it, but not enough to complete the 6 hours.
Yeah, but how much? How much can I cross out?
I'd say at the rest time when everyone was like eating and things like that, I'd say 2 hours. 2 out of the 6 hours.
So 4 hours left.
Yes, and I'm sure like by tonight and like tomorrow morning, if you guys decide to go, if you decide to read, you can. I'll keep you in the loop about that. The rest of you, Khonshu, it was busy during the day, and now it's busier at night. You can tell that every building has lights on. You can hear very lively music. People are dancing in the streets. A lot of dwarves drinking a lot. It looks like you're not expecting a riot because these people aren't angry, but they're gayfully joyful. I'm talking in the 1950s sense, not the modern sense.
The ravenous sesh, basically.
Yes, having a sesh. Thank you.
Having a sesh.
People are drinking. People are just enjoying themselves.
Was there any way on the walk from the spa that we saw a publisher house? By any chance?
Yeah.
Make an investigation check.
Can I do one too? Because I was about to ask the same thing.
One of you can give the other advantage, or you both can do it together.
What is your plus?
I will give you advantage. I've got a +1.
Okay, I've got a +2, so.
I'll give you a...
You should have asked Leilani to do it.
Okay, I got an 11.
11.
With advantage.
That's okay.
He's distracted.
He's distracted. Very distracted.
It's fine, I would have got a 7.
Do I need to heal you again?
Do you need help?
No. It's okay. He's fine.
It's more of not just awkward nosebleed because there's a 6'3" woman carrying his loafers in her bag.
He has seen everyone around him naked and he's not okay with it.
Yeah, you really should have.
Not true. Not true. You didn't see Leilani naked.
No, very deliberately didn't.
Mostly.
No one saw. Nobody saw Leilani naked.
You just saw his lower half naked, which is
You just saw his tip. Considering I was like at his feet.
Anyway, you nasty children. No, you do not see a printer shop in the 5-minute walk back there.
Okay, job for tomorrow.
Yeah, this is like a 20-block city, so like you have a town. It's not even a city. It has less than 10,000 people, but it's a fairly bigger town in this area.
Okay.
So I need everyone though to make me a percentile check.
Okay.
The 2d10s, and you have the total.
17.
17,
84.
18.
18, 84.
22.
55.
Leilani,
97. Sorry, I was trying to find them.
you're all right. All right.
Damn.
That's a little under 300. Not too shabby. Okay. You guys get back to the meat anvil, and you notice that it's one of the few buildings that aren't nearly as lively as the other ones. It is a more refined, sophisticated place. But one thing you do notice is that there's the hearth going, but you don't hear any music playing. And it's literally like I said, it's like a Tuesday, if I recall, like no, that's right, it's a Friday. So it's literally a Friday night, and it doesn't seem like there's any sort of loud business going on.
I don't understand this. I mean, come on, guys. Why don't you have fun on a Friday night?
Is this
What do you-
standard for the tavern that we're going to? Is it always
know-
kind of quiet?
There's a reason why, particularly because Friday, it's like Friday. There's a particular reason why he doesn't have to, or Shen does not have a lot of business.
Mhm.
Prejudice reasons mostly.
Mhm.
As you as you guys go in, you do notice that a couple of the tables have been flipped. Some of the chairs have been broken,
Ooh.
Where's Shen?
and
Oh.
Shen is currently on the ground wiping his nose. And it looks like there's a little bit of blood
Oh, no.
Alright.
I'm
In
going
the
to immediately.
in their beard, and it looks like they also have a large cut on the top of his forehead.
I run
Or
Is
over.
anybody else in the room?
I'm immediately going over and casting Cure Wounds.
Dang.
Is anybody else in the room, or is he alone?
No. He is alone.
Okay, I would like to just
Except-
go around the room and see if anyone is hiding anywhere.
With the exception, the Warforged bards that he have, they look like they've also taken some serious damage.
What's
Yeah.
happening here?
I'm going straight over to them and helping them up and casting Cure Wounds.
Oh, Dhacy, Dhacy. Go for it. What level?
First level.
Okay. Dhacy, I can heal myself.
I don't care. Is it happening again?
It
Again?
happens
What do you mean again?
Just
It's a regular thing.
Yeah.
Who's causing you problems?
Everyone.
Why?
They're not satisfied with the way I perceive myself.
In which means?
He doesn't conform to their standards, I assume.
Yeah. Dwarves are fairly traditional, aside from the fact that we typically don't mind, or I don't mind, Drow or Teifling or anything really. But again, Druids.
What
Yeah.
jerks?
How much HP for him?
I didn't roll. Hold on.
You're right. Yeah, he does have actual HP. Like he's not just an NPC that doesn't have. He actually
I'm
does.
sorry. 12.
12. Fully covered. Thanks.
Fine.
I'm sorry. Let me clean up a little bit. He kind of stands up. They stand up and they start flipping back over the tables.
Yeah.
and, kinda
Can I help?
upstairs. Absolutely, yeah.
Ryan's gonna
Yeah.
Can I help with some chairs and stuff?
Damn, I just paid off those Warforged too.
How much?
For the little harp player, that was 800 gold pieces. for the big one, the one that had the in the vocal cords you could have a little xylophone. That one was 1,400 gold pieces, and the last one was like 550 gold pieces. That wasn't not too much, but at the same time, just paid off my deposits. No, but I know a mechanic. It's all right. I know an artificer that can fix them.
Good.
What can I get all of you to drink? We got wine, mead, anything to eat. They're currently kind of running their fingers through their hair and trying to get any globs of blood in glass. Now we're kind of just kind of shaking it out.
With my background, would I know a way to get it out easily?
It's more of just there's just kind of shards in his hair or their hair because someone broke a bottle over their head.
Yeah. Darcy's
It's
just
not-
gonna pick out the bits that they're missing. Just
Thank you.
That's not nice. Why are people
Is
so
it-
mean?
Is there anything we can do to help with this issue? Or does our
enjoy your-
presence make it worse?
Considering now, remember, no disrespect, but considering the company that you have, it would probably just make things worse. And I'm a member of the city council, but they just do not care.
If there's ever anything we can do to help, please tell us.
Enjoy the rest of your night. I can make you all some great food. Okay? He is their smile is just back. They kind of clear some of the glass and the wood chips off their tunic. Go to a bucket of water, just kind of wash their face. All right, so what can I get for y'all?
wine and food, please.
That sounds good.
You got it, Dhacy? All right. I got chicken, pork. I also have a mixed salad if anyone's interested.
Do you have
We also
any
have some
chocolate?
venison.
Chicken sounds
I do-
great.
Do have some chocolate. Would you like it in bar form or liquid form?
You have it in liquid?
Let me show you something interesting.
We have it in
Yeah.
finger form, so I have props. It's fine, I think I have a bar somewhere.
So chicken for you. Anything for everyone else?
I would
You
also
have, like,
take some
raw
chicken.
steak.
Oh, you like it when your steak bleeds, like your nose. Got it. Okay, we can do that.
Have you got
I'm
anything
so
like,
cold out right now.
well, you're not having this one. That's not happening.
All right. So steak, chicken, chocolate.
Something simple, please. I don't have a fine palate.
Chicken.
Me, I guess.
You got it. And elf.
Me?
Oh yeah.
What do you want to eat?
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I also would take some chicken and meat, please.
You got it.
Thank you.
They go back, and you hear them starting to cook and things like that. They return with several different plates. It's a full-on rotisserie chicken that they just kind of hand to each one of you that requested a chicken. For Utia, you see that he actually has this large bar of chocolate, and he puts it into a mug, and that has produced flame, and they just kind of cook it in front of you. They just kind of put it down in front of you and push it in front of you. Would you care for some cream?
We
No, I
have the
can't-
same face right now.
I can't produce that out of my hand, so hold on. They go back and they pull out a jar. And
I'd be worried
They-
if he was producing the cream himself.
better than gum.
It depends on the cream.
It depends on the cream.
All right.
Oh, no.
I had to hold back for that one.
You're okay. You're all right. they bring out a small jar and they pour a little bit of cream. They get a small spoon, they stir it, and they hand it to Tia.
Well, you know what it is.
Look at yes.
All right, all of you are enjoy. And for your steak, you see that it's just barely cooked on the outside, and it is bleeding as soon as you cut into it, like it screams.
Huh.
Oh, come on, that's funny.
All right. For the chicken and now Dhacy, I'm assuming you want a good bottle of wine or a piss ass bottle of wine.
A good bottle of wine.
Okay.
High standards here.
I don't, but my character does.
Oh.
All right. For the chickens, the steak, the melted chocolate,
I like rosé.
and for the fancy bottle of wine, fancy bottle of wine's 2 gold pieces. This is good shit. And for the chicken, everyone else, that's a silver each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 silver, 2 gold, and then the steak was 2 silver. I can't speak English. 2
How
silver.
much the meat?
Oh, do you ask for some meat?
Yeah.
Oh, you want some? I got you. Meat
problem.
costs a gold here. And that's for a bottle. Or if you want a pint, 4 pints equals 1 thing of meat. So
Eldwin, let's share a bottle. I tossed
Sure.
over 3 gold.
If anyone wants any wine, you're more than
For-
welcome to have any.
For the people
Okay.
I know.
okay.
For the stuff for the people I know, I've tossed the 3 gold.
So Tia bought the bottle of mead and the
Food for my.
and for food, everyone.
I will
everyone
have
first-
water, thanks.
I'm a
Leilani
rich bitch. I can afford this.
I won't ever say no to kindness, so...
Well, Tia doesn't know you by now.
So I don't mean to be rude, but what brings you out to Conchu? I mean, you guys don't seem like the usual type to be coming around here. We don't get many elven folk or human folk for that matter.
I adopt
We're passing
him,
through.
and then we adopt them, and then we adopt him. Yeah.
The short is we're passing through.
Oh.
I'm
How
heading
does it
to
actually
find
kind of
someone.
be?
that I can't remember the name of. Fuck, where are those notes?
All right. If y'all excuse me, I need to wash out my beard. I didn't. I'll be right back.
Take your time.
We'll watch the star.
I appreciate that. And if any of you are like at all, if any of you have a mending cantrip prepared or anything like that, if you could try to work a little bit on my Warforged, to be appreciated.
Mm,
Excuse me. And they
I
kind
can
of go
make
around your
music.
back. And
I
I have
don't.
Mage Hand or Eldritch Blast, and I don't think either are gonna help.
I've got
You have mending.
dancing lights.
I got a Hailing Thorns.
I would like to go to
Leilani's
the
gonna head over
Warforged.
and try and cast mending on one of them.
I
go
would-
ahead and make a general spell attack.
I generally actually do have something prepared that's useful for once. Wow.
I can charm them, command them.
I would like to go there and look at the instruments. They would-
24.
24. You start mending the bigger one, the one that had the harp in their chest. And good thing too, because you notice that it looked like someone came through and like cut all of the harp strings with some sort of blade.
Can I
Aw.
attach them new because of my background as a
Well,
musician?
with the mending, Leilani's able just to connect them and kind of like put them down. And they're able to fix it.
Yeah, but like, I don't think they're in sound right now. Like, I guess they're pretty off sound after
Off tune.
yeah,
Tune
off
them.
tune. And
They're out of tune.
I would like to do this. I would like to tune it again.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a performance check to tune up the harp.
I'm testing my new metal dice. I never rolled it before. Better one.
Okay.
It's a 2.
It's a 3.
That's actually worse than a 1 for you.
Yes, it is worse than a
Why
1
did
for
you
me.
roll?
So I guess I had a +8, so it's pretty shitty. Yeah, so
I mean, you
11.
tune it up a little bit, like you actually get all the chords in the right order,
There's
and like you
something
kind of
wrong.
You're also just kind of heated because nice barkeep just got the shit beat out of them. So
We liked Shen. Why do you keep doing this to the ones we like?
Because we like them.
Yeah.
So if we
We
pretend to
need to
hate
stop
them,
being
they won't be
dicks to
hurt.
everyone. Yeah.
What do you mean start? That's what we've been. Well, what I've been doing.
Oh my chair just what's my name?
all right. As Leilani and Tia are currently tuning up the One Bigger Warforged, Shen returns, beard nicely smelling fresh and clean. It has been refluffed, and it is now in braids again.
I want to touch it.
You want to go touch Shen's beard?
Yeah.
It's like they're like hella floofy. Like they deliberately put it into braids, but it looks very much like a brat doll, like just like the floofy hair if you played for it for too long.
He's done the floof.
Way too much conditioner. I feel like run your fingers and it's just soft.
It's so soft.
If there's anything else I could do for you tonight, I didn't lock the door because I was waiting for all of you to return. But to be fair, that has stopped them before. I've had to replace those windows a few times.
Do you think
Did
they'll
you
come
ever
back tonight?
consider to like taking action against them?
No.
I don't think there's much you can do without resorting to violence yourself, and
I'm
that would put
also-
you in a situation as a member of the city. Yes.
I'm also a pacifist.
There is a fairy tale I get to know. You don't always need to be brutal to take actions against people. I mean, you can pretty good trick them. Like they believe here's something really spooky and horrible, and it's defending its place, and they will not dare to offend you again. Like a pile of
I do
of a
understand what you're
dog
saying.
and a dog and a cat and a and a cock. Yeah, that's a fairy tale my parents
I do
told me.
understand. I do understand what you're saying, Halfling. But if I retaliate, they can just complain to the council about me not letting them into their place of business, and this is a landmark of the city.
I don't like the inequality you're being shown, and I don't like the attitude that these people are showing, especially not considering the company that I keep. Will they cause a problem for us being here?
They only are here for less than 10 minutes. Rough up the place a little bit, rough me up a little bit.
I will beat the shit
Tell
out of
me-
them if they dare to.
Tell me I need to change, spit on my head a couple of times, and then skedaddle.
You may find that people around town don't particularly like your
Downtown?
appearance, but you get used to it.
How can I get there?
One of them was the members of the council. It's a different set of people every week. It's like they have a system that they just plan. And there's nothing to fret about. Shin takes care of me just fine, and he's the only person I truly care about in the city. I mean, I care about everyone here, but as long as he's happy, I'm happy. I don't.
How are they? I mean, I'm a halfling.
You are. There are
I
halflings.
guess-
You saw a few halflings in the city, Tia.
So, yeah. They like me, right?
Yeah, like you haven't
Yeah,
seen
I
any.
think you and I are the ones that are safe here. It's our elven friends and the tiefling that may be following.
I know. I was just thinking, like, if I go there pretending like, oh, everything else except me and my friends are so shitty. I don't know these guys. They are so shitty. That they maybe will take me in and I can beat the shit out of them.
I'd rather you not. Again, I don't believe in any sort of violence. I mean, I hate killing the animals I have to cook for my customers. Like,
Tell me, you don't believe in violence, but do you believe in defense?
I believe the best way to defend myself is just continue what I'm doing. Either they get sick of it or they just move on. There's always another person.
How long
They're just.
has
Or
been
they will
going on
kill
for?
you.
I've only been here for like 3 months, and it just started happening last month.
That's a
Where-
long time.
Ma'am,
Sometimes all it takes is you
with
to
all
prove
due respect,
you're able to stand up for yourself. I also
Your
don't
teeth-
like starting fights, but
your tiefling is correct.
yes.
I'm sorry, I don't know your name, sir. That's why.
Leilani.
Shen. They do a little bit of a little curtsy with like the top of their tunic.
Do we not have introductions?
Not particularly.
I apologize. My name's Elaine.
Hi. Elaine, Leilani, Els. Who else?
I'm
Dhacy, I know.
T, no L.
Tia, Eldwin.
Yes.
The 3 L's. I'll remember that.
Me.
And
Ranya.
we did talk before, Ranya. Yes, hi. You didn't. You're the only one that said hello to me earlier, right?
Oh,
Hi.
I'm so sorry.
We were in a rush. I apologize.
Oh,
Speaking
go-
of,
Yeah, they
I
were in
don't-
a rush to take their clothes off. It was weird.
Ran, don't make it weird. Do you want your underwear back or not?
You just made it worse. It was wet, so she held it for us.
No, you don't need to.
I'm gonna eat some more steak.
Ranya,
Okay.
you made it worse right now.
Tell me, Shen, I assume, and Dhacy, of course. I assume you both know the area at least somewhat.
I
Is there
lived here a little bit before, yeah.
Is there a publisher's nearby?
They're closed right now. They close
Of
at
course.
6 p.m. But yeah, Francis is printing.
Are they
How would I
nice?
get there from here?
Um,
I can take you.
they're what's
Thank
the word I'm
you.
looking for? They're indifferent.
I don't know if I want to get books published here if they're all like that. Maybe I'll just.
Well, they don't have
Right.
emotions because they're warforged. So a customer's a customer. They're one of the few. They're one of the few warforged run places here. They do have an overseer that comes visits them once a week, but it's one of the few places that are just trying to see if we can run businesses just on warforged.
Right now, they sound more charming than the rest of the city. No offense, but yeah.
It doesn't matter who's publishing the book, as long as his voice is out there, I'll be happy.
I can take you though, and if you
Please.
Tears sitting down and scrabble words in her notebooks, mostly like, I hate this town, I hate this town, I hate this town, I hate this town.
Okay.
But I'm here.
I hate this
I
town,
hate this
except
town, I hate
Dhacy and
this town, I
Shen.
hate this town, I hate this town.
And Shin.
Shen.
I'm
Shin,
gonna
Shen, Dhacy, they're our
apologize.
friends.
I'm gonna apologize for the amount of times I'm gonna be sneezing during this. Someone
Okay.
made me ill.
Look, Ryan.
Will,
Look,
how do you
wasn't my fault.
dare?
Partners are just awful.
Oh no,
I
it's
get
not
it.
Will.
Will.
It's Chloe.
Yeah.
Chloe's
Oh.
the one that made me ill.
It's your fault for being friends with a ginger.
I mean, there are more than
Are you
one.
insulting Cat too?
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
is a kind of insulting.
And
Mauku.
me.
I'm technically Nani.
Yeah. Yeah. I stand by it.
I also have a lot of red in my hair as well. So okay, thanks.
I stand by what I said.
I stand by this HP.
Leah
Alright.
is single-handedly killed us all.
So after we've had our Tesco finest wine, down some mead, had some chicken raw steak, and
We love
And
it.
what else do you want? Chocolate?
some potatoes, and Shen would have definitely given all of you, because you helped, a complimentary cup of melted chocolate and cream.
Thank you.
We do offer ladies and men of the night if anyone needs to have that by any means. If not,
I look at Ranya very pointedly.
Could not have shrunk further into his seat.
I'm just going to pat him on the head.
I'm not okay.
We got 2 rooms, right?
Yes, you did have 2 rooms, and then Dhacy, your room is also on the 2nd floor.
How do we want to divide room sharing here?
I sleep with Elwin in a room.
Ran, would you like to stay with me and Leilani, or Tira and Eldwin?
I will
Ran,
just
would like to
warn
walk
you,
away?
Tia will probably be naked.
I don't think
Okay.
our
Ran,
Tia, Tia is getting
Ran,
full
Lydia,
red.
I have a
Like,
decision to make. Would you rather sleep with me and Leilani, or Eldwin in a naked Tia?
I'm not always naked. I'm just.
You did say you often slept naked because you didn't
Yes.
know.
No, I'm not slept naked. I said I would be naked around him because he couldn't see it. I mean, why should I go in a different room to get dressed? He can't see it.
There is a spare
Eldwin
bed
just
in
takes
my
another
room. If anyone
big
needs-
sip of mead.
Tia
The
grabs
The
the
room
bottle and
we're
is
in
like,
currently, like this bar room, does it have like armchairs or some sort of like comfy seating?
Oh.
there are some booths that have some more comfortable seatings. Yes.
There, I'll sleep there.
I will not offend
That's fine.
you.
I have a spare bed if you do need it. I don't sleep naked. I don't
We do have enough
worry
room
about
for you as well in our rooms.
About to ask.
You?
Each room does come with 2 bedrooms on the 2nd floor. First floor is for families, so that's he figured you guys would want your own separate bedrooms. So there are 2 basically like twin-sized beds in each one of the rooms.
I'm gonna
Big enough for
sleep
one
with
person.
her. She's not sleeping naked.
I'm not sleeping naked.
And the twins find their way together again.
I'm not sleeping
You
at
just went to
all.
sleep
I'm
with Jay.
meditating.
I do. I
Yes.
do.
I
Elwin
can't
would know
blame
if I
you.
sleep naked.
To be fair, I mean the 3 people do meditate, so they only need to be out for 4 hours, and they can just do whatever
Yeah.
they want.
Yeah. I'll sleep for 4 hours. I like
Four
meditate for 4 hours and then
just
get the fuck.
meditating, and then the rest of us are just like,
Yeah, I don't sleep, so
Yeah.
We can draw dicks on them. Well, you can, I can't.
I could
you can
have
Did
try.
he forget that he was
I'm
blind
guessing that
again?
conversation is in Elvish. The 3 of you are having this conversation in Elvish. Yeah.
1 sec. I need to check if it's Elvish. I know if it's it is Elvish. I didn't know if it was Elvish
Yeah.
Sylvan that I knew.
Yeah, I think as most elves, you know Elvish, and you
Elvish.
can learn Sylvan if you want to. Yeah.
It's like, if you're speaking Sylvan, I'd understand you.
Ja, no, it's Elvish.
Elvish.
Wir können natürlich auch einfach halb sprechen.
Ja, das könnten wir auch machen.
Stop speaking Halfling.
Anyway,
Call it a night, I guess.
Yes.
Oh, before we leave, another topic that we were discussing last week, I think. Dhacy.
Yes. Don't mind me crying.
Dhacy's sobbing.
I'm not well.
just the thoughts of drawing dicks on complete strangers just started making Dhacy crying.
Of joy, of course.
Sharing a
It's
room
so
with me.
touching.
Yes.
You said that the town's been having a problem with.
Werewolves. Oh,
Yes.
well, wolf-like attacks.
Yes, of course. How long did you say that had been going on for?
I've been here for about 2 months.
Okay. And it's been going on for longer before then?
Maybe like a couple of weeks before I arrived. It wasn't too bad when I got here, and then it just kind of progressively got worse.
So about 3 months.
maybe like 2.5.
Okay.
I hate this. I hate you. I hate you.
What did I do?
You're making me ill. No,
Would you mind if in the morning you
Yeah.
came with me just
I think
to
I fell.
see what you're dealing with?
I'm sure you can come.
Jesus, it's like round 2.
Sorry.
You're all right.
You can probably come with. I don't know how well they'll accept you there. It's took them a while to let me kind of roam around happily, but that's just because I'm.
To be fair,
it-
Dhacy, you know for a fact that most nights they wake you up after your meditation, then you have to do basically use all your spell slots and then have another long rest because, like, in the night they just need you constantly.
Yeah. So, yeah, they'll probably need me in the next 4-ish hours.
If they come wake you, is it smart to have Ran sleeping with you?
I mean, with his heritage, he shouldn't need much more.
I
Well-
mean, would they do anything to him? He's.
Oh, I won't let them do anything to it. Don't worry.
Are you trying to scare me though?
I'm not!
Just saying, I don't sleep naked.
You actually sleep naked, you twat!
I don't sleep naked. I just get undressed next to him. It's totally different. And I wouldn't get
Anyway.
undressed
See
next.
why you are so
Can I
obsessed with the
sleep
human.
with Whisper and Leilani?
Hey, if you want to trade, I'll trade!
It was a joke.
Let the soft wild boys be together.
I don't.
Leilani just kind of goes wherever he's put.
Why do you keep doing this to me?
Maybe I should go sleep with Leilani and.
It
No,
was
I'm
a
scared to sleep
joke.
with Whisper in one room.
Why? Am I not
Understand
pretty?
that.
Reasons. I hear
Why
you.
Wow.
You're breathtaking,
never mind.
Whisper.
No, you're breathtaking.
No, you're breathtaking.
I got you.
I knocked the air out of your lungs.
You
Did you
don't
just
get
punch?
You don't get
Did you
the
just punch
reference.
somebody?
No, I'm
Yeah.
just saying it.
You don't
because
get
air Genasi.
Ah,
Air puns.
Take your breath away, you know?
Oh, we're doing Keanu Reeves, but go off.
Look.
Gravity.
Anyway,
Just gonna sit
Anyway.
here and read my book. Real
I
quiet.
should be heading to bed regardless. I'm gonna be quite busy, so
Yes. I would
if
like.
anyone wants to come with, then I'm happy to come wake you up. But it's gonna be.
and I'll prepare your usual cup of coffee, Dhacy.
I would appreciate maybe a knock on the door, if possible.
I can do that.
Thank you.
Because he will be
Alright.
naked.
Whisper, you have approximately 3 minutes and 15 seconds before you change back into Whisper.
I walk out of the room without saying anything. I recast it, and I come back and went, that was a really nice toilet break. I've been every hour on the hour.
How many spell slots are you burning on today?
I have it
Okay.
at will.
Do you have
yeah,
any
well,
like
but-
bladder problems that you'd like to discuss?
Not that I would,
Oh, she
not that
has
I
a
would
lot of
appreciate
problems.
discussing. I do have someone that I'm working with my bladder issues. It's fine.
Yes.
You know, Shanta's like, I have some tea that works great for that sort of thing if you need anything.
Oh, she has different problems.
No, Tia.
She is
What
a
kind of problems?
What kind of
Wow.
I call them Ron and Tia. They're my problems.
You said that you liked me.
I do like you. I'm sorry.
She just
You have
told
a
you
little
a
bit of a
problem.
problem.
She has
And
a lot of
Right.
Very
problems.
competent.
See?
I'm going to
relationship.
bed.
Ran, go ahead and make an intelligence check to see if you can understand the bullshit that Whisper is spitting out at you.
Natural 20.
14.
You're guessing that this is a front because you have a stranger in front of you. You're guessing, but at the same time, you can't tell if Whisper's lying or complimenting you or just insulting you or both or all three.
I kiss the top of Ron's forehead and then go to
Now
bed.
you know what you need to do.
Good night, everyone. I will see you soon, Dhacy. Yes?
Sorry, I have pancake in my mouth.
I don't think Pancake will help with your your illness, but whatever.
It makes me feel better.
I think
Is it
it
like-
would help. It would help me.
Is it an appropriate time to turn in, by the way?
It's like 9
It
p.m.
is for me.
Yep, cool. We're going to bed. Night, guys.
Rand, what was your wisdom save?
13.
You could feel it there, but it ain't pouring because that was your first time you passed.
I'm so proud of you.
Huh.
Do you need it?
No, I'm just feeling weirdly fine. That's weird.
Where did Rand decide to go, by the way?
With you.
He went with you. There was no question in his mind. Immediately ditching the party. He's done with us. He's staying in this town for you.
Twins stay together.
You know what? I'll miss you both when you leave.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that for
I
a
love
second.
that. Do you know how much money I spent to go see you, Mauku? You bullshitting little bitch.
Oh, bye, Bret. You glitched.
We don't
I
need
glitched.
that.
Oh man.
We're in a lawless
Kinda
world. Look, he can't see us.
Leah?
You kind of
Yeah.
need Bret. You
I
kind of
swear
need
to
him.
God.
I'm right here.
Didn't see anything. Nothing happened.
Not yet.
Anyway,
Time
So-
to meditate.
I'm gonna say, Dhacy, do you have a little shrine set up in your room by this point, or no?
Yeah, maybe just like a little thing. And I'll just
Rand.
go through like normal
Yeah.
nightly
Yes.
routine of doing a little prayer. And...
Going into Dhacy's room, it's very clean. It's very well kept. On her bedside table, she does have this small shrine with a symbol of a unicorn, a few sticks of incense, and several.
You're not
Several-
there, bitch. He's going to
and
draw
several-
the unicorn because he's never seen one of those before.
Wait. If Leilani sees a unicorn, can he then druid shape into a unicorn?
TR rating.
Right, and it's also technically celestial, not animal.
Damn it. You ruin all the fun.
Into a horse, though.
He'll just
It
plunk
would just
himself
be like a
down.
phone.
I could turn into a horse and you just make a horn and just put it on
Yeah,
me.
put
An ice
Just
cream
stab
cone
it.
on his
It'll
head.
be fine.
Minor illusion.
Rand will plonk himself down on his knees and just start to draw the pretty.
Oh, you don't need to pay that much attention to that. It's just a little.
No, it's new and I haven't seen it before.
Oh,
I draw stuff.
Oh, it's pretty.
I mean, I did start to draw you, but you kept moving around.
I can stay still if you want me. If you're wanting to draw me, you just need to ask
Can I draw you?
if you'd like to.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and roll your performance check. No, go ahead and make an intelligence check plus your proficiency modifier, which is +2.
Okay.
Yeah, +2 to +2, so +4.
15.
It's. I mean, you restart the drawing because beforehand she was naked. So
Didn't
Did you
yeah.
try and draw her nude?
No! He was drawing her face
This
from
is like
memory.
the equivalent of like
Don't you
sneaky
play
trying to take
too
a
far
picture of
into
someone when they're naked.
No!
this time,
Give
as
me
she's
some
standing still
gameplay.
preparing to meditate, you're able to actually get her the true essence of Dhacy.
Basically, just finish the mission that you started ish.
Dhacy, did you bring your armor to the bathhouse, or did you keep it in your room?
I imagine she didn't. I imagine at the when she came out of the bath, she would just have kind of like the undershirt and the skirt.
You would also see her armor hanging up above her bed.
Did Ranya ever take back his underwear?
No.
Cool. Good to know.
Oh no, he'll remember. He'll like wake up at the end of his 4-hour trance and be like, I didn't pick up my underwear.
What is going on in all of your rooms while there's a drawing and meditation going on in that room?
Whisper takes the underwear out of her bag and she puts it in Rand's bag, which is still in their room where he was supposed to be sleeping. So she has all of his stuff.
He got nervous. He took his sketchbook with him. He literally has a sketchbook and a pencil, and that's it.
He sleeps naked tonight then.
No, he slept in his clothes. He doesn't have pajamas. He sleeps in what he wears. He has like one outfit and a cloak.
That's a big mood.
We need to change this. Tia would like to read a little bit more of the book.
Okay.
So
I mean, unless you want to wake up with the rest of them, you can wake up at 8 a.m. and finish reading the book till midnight. Midnight 1.
Yes, like she's sitting there with a candle and reading and reading.
Eldwin will take the pine cone in his hands and start meditating.
The pine cone
Okay.
in your hand.
Leilani's gonna get out his books and just like do like just a couple minutes practice of like trying to teach himself how to read and write, just for a few minutes for eventually.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
When did we went to bed?
What is my 21?
21. You're getting it. I want you to put on your character sheet or in some notes. If you can make 5 checks above a 10, I'm gonna say that Leilani will learn how to read.
Can like
Read and write.
can
Yes?
we assist Leilani when he's trying to?
He's doing this in his room in the other room. In
Yeah,
theory,
yeah,
you
but-
can
but-
if like you're helping him. Yes,
Yeah,
it would give him advantage.
I just want to ask this.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I read all of the book?
You do.
So I'm not now an expert in persuasion.
Yes, and you unless if you're already proficient in
Yes, this is why I'm an expert.
right. Yes,
I
You
love
gain-
this book. It's good.
expertise in performance and expertise in just a persuasion. Now you're just a straight, or it's expertise, and now you have an expertise in performance as well. You do not get extra expertise.
Yeah, no. It was a book about persuasion.
Yes, I'm sorry. So
Yeah.
yes, you get expertise in persuasion.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh gosh, how do I do this?
I will add it. I can add that for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to refresh your page.
Yes.
There we are. And refresh. You should be good to go.
So now I have only to learn some languages, and then I have read all my books.
Damn.
Okay.
She's not that
Whisper
dumb.
drops Elaine. Whisper gets into her room, locks the door, drops Elaine, and just collapses on the bed. And that is it.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Why, thank God!
No noises, no headphones needed.
You say that
Poor
like
Ram.
they've ever banged in front of you. They've never done that.
They keep threatening to, and he's scared.
I can't even think
Whisper
of
has.
After
Leilani
character Leah has.
all Leilani's done is mention that when Whisper was arguing, saying that she's never mentioned sleeping or never done anything to sleep in front of any of us, Leilani just piped up saying, I've seen you try and do that. That's all that's happened between them in front of you lot.
Didn't you guys have a threesome in your first session?
Yeah.
Session 0,
They
yes.
went there.
They
It
banged
was
in their
just me,
first
Danny.
session. Well, technically it wasn't Leilani.
Oh, it was
It
Leilani.
was
It was Leilani.
Leilani at the bottom.
Leilani is the bottom. It was Leilani. Leilani's a lover, not a fighter.
Can we move on now? Can it be
Yes,
like...
can we? Shall we?
So we
Alright.
wake up.
And we all dead.
Everyone, go ahead and take your long rest. Eldwin, you would hear the coming up people up upstairs, and like clockwork, Dhacy, you hear.
I'm coming.
Ran, you wake up as well.
I forgot my
As you
underwear.
hear.
Well, I'm sure you can ask for it back, considering we're going to go.
What? I forgot you were here. Sorry.
Candles are lit, and you step outside. Dhacy and the usual guard that you've been talking to, who is the closest thing you have to a friend here. He's been one of the night watchers of the city. A older dwarf, a lot more gray than black in his beard, by the name of Nigel, has been. This time you can look and you see he actually, one of his eyes, like this part of his face, is bleeding heavily. It's kind of wrenched into his mustache and part of his beard.
Can Ram be like
Are you
looking out
okay?
of the door like that much while this is happening?
I mean, it would not be that hard for you just to hide because it's still dark inside the room and you're a drow, but yeah, for sure.
Are you okay? Do you need...
Well, I got good news and I got worse news. I mean, bad news and worse news.
Go on.
The bad news is that I tried to grab whatever the creature was that did this and it retaliated. And
Okay.
the worst news is I shot my crossbow at it twice and it didn't even flinch.
Okay. Let me take care of that first. So I'm gonna cast Cure.
Okay.
Ram squeaks.
They get 12 hit points.
12? Okay. That's a little... Yeah, he's looking much better, but his eye is still a little swollen.
Just put something cold on that, and it'll bring the rest of it down.
You have a guest?
Yeah. I'm just. I've got some friends that came into town. It's me.
It's been getting... It got into the gates. I was trying to scare it off, and apparently I did something because it ran, but
Okay.
we count over a dozen that probably use some medical assistance and 3 that are at the brink. Potions were distributed best we could, but
I will do what I can. I will be bringing some of these friends with me. They might actually be able
the more the merrier. As long as they don't, just be careful.
Okay.
I've got a healer kit.
He do you point out your head and say that?
Yeah.
Ren?
Yeah.
He immediately pulls his crossbow out and looks hella confused. A drow.
He's fine. Do you really think I would be housing a drow if I didn't trust it?
It.
Has been called worse by father, isn't even offended right now.
Whisper is vibrating, unaware of what's going on.
If your friends are similar to his company, they might be blamed, so he might want to stay inside.
I can disguise myself. I shouldn't tell you that, should I?
We probably should have led with that drow.
I can disguise myself.
Don't worry, we've got it covered.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna just kind of shift to where Elaine's room was.
I
And
can
just
hate the name Elaine.
It's the door. It's the door across from you.
yeah, so I'll just rap on the door. Elaine, we're heading out if you're wanting to come with us.
Yes, a few moments, please. I go over and just.
You guys have not received a long rest. You guys have only had 4 hours of sleep. This is the equivalent to a long short rest.
Wait. DM question.
Yes.
Do I still have the ring?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
It's still on your chain, yes.
I'm going! I'm not. I'm going! Alright,
So as long as you do something that requires an action, it does snap done.
Uh-huh.
I'm
So
gonna
if you want to use
gently
your-
tap Leilani, by the way, and just slightly wake him up, and ask if he wants to come with or if he'd rather stay.
Leilani kind of just wakes up, kind of stares confused for a few moments, and then just nods like, okay.
Okay, you want to come, or okay, you want to stay?
Like, okay, I guess we're going now. Okay.
I was half expecting to like sit up, stare, and then just go.
Yes.
Kind of reminds that, just like staring at the ceiling, like, why am I awake now?
Would Eldwin and Tia have wanted waking up, or did they?
Tia
both-
would still
Eldwin
be
would-
awake.
I'm already
Tia's
awake.
Yes, Tia's still awake, and
she's
Eldon
just
would have woken up
finished-
for the 4 hours of meditation.
Yeah, she just finished the
So they'll
book.
probably hear us.
Like
Alright.
she
I
just
was
read the
listening,
last
so-
sentence, closed the book. Why are they so noisy? And opened the door. What are you
And you're
doing?
seeing the dwarf that was actually trailing a bit of blood.
You have something over there in your face, and
You've also seen him point the crossbow to Rand and put it away, and then Dhacy come out and tap the door of the Whisperer and Leilani.
what are you
Disguise
doing with
self.
my friend?
We're going out to look at the wounded.
He just
Elaine wanted-
He just points a crossbow on.
It's okay.
He's a fucking drow. What the hell do you think I'm supposed to do?
Have I
Technically,
treated
I'm
him
a
as a
Drow
human
and a
being?
Introduce
tiefling.
yourself, say your name, asking how he is.
What does that mean again? I don't understand the concept of racism.
So, that
It's
I'm
confusing.
proud of you. That's okay. In this world, for those of you at home, drow are known for burning down villages, kidnapping people, eating children, drinking blood. Also using.
By the way, which is apparently true because he had a raw steak last night.
I'm not helping
Yeah, but-
myself, am I?
No, you're leaning right into that.
Yeah, but aside from everyone
they've-
telling Rand that he's a drow, Elvin has no idea that Rand is a drow.
You can
I
see
For
love
all
this
he
guy so
cares,
much.
everyone could be purple.
some are.
I used disguise self and I made myself look even richer than before when I opened the door. Like pearl necklace on and shit, you know?
Oh,
All the Chinese.
Big shaggies.
Good morning, Elaine.
Morning. I stare down the dwarf.
Take us to the wounded.
Peek out from behind, like,
I'm peeking over Tia.
You say peeking, you're just stuck behind Tia. She's like knee high.
I just imagine this the hallway, like 3 doors all partly open.
Yeah.
I'm
Peeking
all
out.
glaring at this dwarf.
Is this like Scooby Doo? Like, what's going on right now?
Kind of.
It's like that episode of Friends where they're all sticking their heads through the door.
Where's my pen? There's my pen. I will draw it now.
We actually took a photo like that when we went to Colorado, where it was not Caleb and then Molly.
Yes.
I don't know what that's Marauders before.
I love this.
How
Right,
will
come
this work?
with me. If any of you have healing properties, that much appreciated.
I can heal, but I don't know if I want to heal you.
It's not
I'm-
for him.
I'm the least of the people that need help. Come on.
And
All right, so
I'm gonna help.
everyone comes down. Rand, did you put on the ring of invisibility?
Ran is gonna go back into the bedroom and put it on.
Okay.
And then, like, leave the door ajar so you can come out.
Roll me a
invisible.
percentile check to see how this ring of invisibility works. Like, do you make yourself invisible to yourself as well, or do you actually see yourself? Because it doesn't really specify.
Oh, that's trippy. Okay, I got 13.
13. You immediately turn invisible. You do not see your own feet.
Oh shit.
Ran?
I guess he tried the ring.
The problem with
What?
invisibility, you do not see yourself when you're invisible.
And he'll
You just
like,
made that canon for
he'll
this
like
world.
feel his way out the door. Like, okay.
Do I
He'll
see the
walk.
door moving at all?
I
The door
left it
is wagging
open.
back and forth. The door's open, but he's like trying to like grab onto it. Like you see some like sliding down. Like
Can I
Okay.
like move? I'm gonna move
Okay.
over to the door, not say anything, and just stand there so he can grab onto me. if he
Okay.
needs to.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also just kind of holding out my elbows, like subtly, like if you need it, hold on to this.
He's gonna like put a hand, but then he's gonna be like, last time I touched her, I got in trouble. And he's gonna like make his way down the wall, like.
I feel the hand. And I'm like, it's okay.
no, you probably steps accidentally on your foot as he's like walking.
I like grit my teeth and bear it. Like, it's fine, Van.
Fran's gonna message, whisper, and be like, I can't see my own feet.
This looks strange.
What's with
I can't see any of me. It's so amazing.
Stay close to me, please. Make sure I can protect you. Okay?
You were about to say, make sure you could see me, weren't you?
No. I know I can't see you. I'm not
Eldwin,
an
you
idiot.
sneeze in the other room.
Again?
Eldwin, you sneeze in the other room. Something seems familiar.
Leilani just kind of hear whisper, just mutter, I'm not an idiot.
I think I'm getting sick.
All right.
Ran,
Slowly but surely.
I like I fully just hold my hand out, like, please just take my hand. Are you taking
I'm
my hand?
going to assume
Okay.
that Whisper and Ren haven't changed for my senses.
Okay.
Oh,
Am I assuming
shit!
correctly?
You wouldn't even know that I'm in disguise!
No, I have no clue.
It's tired to introduce myself as Elaine, and you were like, yeah, alright. Bet, I guess that's your name now.
I guess she's Elaine now.
He's just
Anyway.
getting confused every hour. It's stressing him out. He
He
wants
might
to
have
get
to
back
take
to
some
the
confusion
forest.
damage soon.
Okay, how much?
No, later, if this keeps going. Let me know. Alright,
It's bad.
Dhacy. Nigel kind of goes along towards the western entrance to the city, and it looks bad. Like, usually the creature that whatever it was would never come towards the city, but when people were running, you can tell where some people were mauled. Like a giant dog just ripped them to shreds. There's also several people that have large gashes, There are a few other clerics that are here just kind of healing, and there are a couple other sick medics kind of going around, but a lot of dwarven faces looked relieved when they see you coming. And a lot of the people, as you guys walk in there, a lot of them are like lumberjacks, just like regular looking folk. These aren't soldiers by any means. And you can see several, it looks like crossbow bolts like shattered upon impact, but it doesn't look like there's any blood aside from the dwarven blood and some human blood from other people that were also working along here.
Okay. I want to prioritize those that may be like unconscious, close to dying kind of thing
Okay.
first. And spare the dying on each of those.
Alright, go ahead and just make a general dexterity check, or dexterity saving throw, to see how many people you're able to save before they die, because there's a lot of people that look like they're on the brink.
Okay.
I have a healer kit that can stabilize 10 people. It says.
You're invisible.
Use it.
Yeah, I'll do it invisibly. They can think it was a miracle.
Actually, as soon as you do something that requires an action, you come invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how long it works. That's how the invisible spell and the ring works.
Yeah, the minute you do an action or like a tiny thing, it drops.
You can
So-
open doors. So as soon as you do
so-
anything, it just boop. You can then take it off, put it back on if you want to. But like,
Okay,
requires
so he
actions
could
or
like appear, heal someone that disappear.
No.
but there's a
Um,
6 seconds delay for the
No.
invisibility to refer back on.
No.
17 on
17?
dexterity saving.
You got it. Oh, okay. You're going around, and you do save about like 5 or 6 people. Like, and you're like sprinting, just like spare the dying. You like run to spare the dying.
Yeah.
The other clerics here have been doing looks similar. A lot of people have been stabilized, but some of them looks like even if they're stabilized, they might not make it just to blood loss.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, one sec. How...
I will go to some of them, like they're nearly stabilized, but looking like they won't last long if they not get healing, and give out some cure wounds. I
Yeah,
have 3 in
I-
total left.
I can do 3 cure wounds at first level.
Yeah, like 3 cure wounds.
There's
per
maybe
level.
about a dozen. There's any before you guys even get there. You see that they already have prepared a wheelbarrow, and they're starting to put people on there that are dead. And there's maybe about half a dozen people that are already dead.
Yeah, like
I'm pretty sure for your god, it's just this, Jay.
Hey!
yeah. So I will.
I also
Try
have
to give Whisper his heal kit and be like, I have this.
How do I use it?
Just rub it on, I think.
Okay. I will go and start rubbing people.
However it is supposed to work. I didn't write that down.
Go
It
ahead.
does.
You have to make you have to make a medicine check, and since you're not proficient with medical kits, it's just a medicine check,
Okay.
and it has to be higher than a 10.
Well, it's higher than a 10. 17.
17. You're able to stabilize one person with that. Like he's kind of over your ear, kind of whispering to you as he's like, "All right, it's not really a rub thing. It's actually like a first aid kit that you're kind of like
There you go.
stitching."
I just take the box and I rub it on him.
Okay.
You're like, "Wait, no,
Like,
no,
no.
shit,
No.
this isn't like a video game."
Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my 3 cure wounds that I can do at first level, and then I'm going to do 2 prayers of healing because they can do up to 6 people.
I also
Yeah,
have
I-
healing spirit, which I can use on some of them.
I will use 3 cure wounds on first level for people.
Do you want me to roll all of those so you can
Yeah.
know collectively how much?
I'm gonna say these are all NPCs, and normal NPCs have maybe 10 HP at most. So you're basically getting these people to either full health or at least half, which is enough to get them walking around
I will
instead of
check.
like bleeding out.
I will check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
ooh.
considering that prayer of healing does 2d8 plus 3.
They're fine. Yeah, they're fine.
I rolled 2 ones, so they will wander in the book of Seventh Shame. They will get 5 points of healing, the 2 ones, and I rolled an 8.
Hey.
And this person is more healed than ever before. I
A
guess.
lot. The three of with everything that you guys are doing, you're able to bring back the majority of the people, but the people that are in the carts, they're long gone.
I'll just do a small prayer.
The guy that I healed, am I able to talk to him?
You just stabilized him; he's unconscious still. With the prayer of healing, though, with the 6 and 6 and 6, because there's maybe 18 to 20 people that were injured. Everyone kind of is slowly waking up, and you can see a couple of people are like coming around with like cups of like hot tea or whiskey to wake people up and try to see what's going on.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to listen out to conversations and see if I can gain any knowledge on what this creature is or looks like.
Eldwin and Whisper, unless anyone else wants to do it, or everyone, go ahead and make a perception check unless you're actually talking to people about it.
Can I go around invisibly and like listen really close to what they're
Go
saying?
ahead and make a stealth check with advantage, and then
Shit.
I'm-
Okay. Okay.
you're invisible.
I'm
That's
so
cool.
distracted by all
17.
this healing
8.
that I rolled a 10.
I got a not natural 20 for my stealth.
Slutty 20, dirty 20, or baker's 20?
Dirty 20.
Bloody 20!
Dirty.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Alright.
I got a nat 20 plus.
I got an 8.
Well, it makes sense,
Um,
Dhacy, because you're sitting there, like, healing people, so you heard it firsthand. And they said it was
got
like a
22.
wolf. Well then. You both are going around healing people, and several people say it was an enormous wolf, but it would stand on its hind legs and slash at us with, like, claws. Its
Okay.
front legs. And it looked like there was one, and then there was another one that was kind of keeping us kind of grouped together. Like they're herding us like a bunch of sheep. Several
Also,
people in there didn't make it back. Like, they do Dhacy, you know this. Most parties for lumberjacks had like 20 people, and they went different directions. And there's maybe like 4 or 5 groups at a time of night. So you don't
Would I know what these...
Make a history check, Eldwin.
Can I try and talk to someone?
Go for it.
Did I get...
I'm going to approach someone that looks like they were in charge of the group, like maybe the oldest lumberjack or someone that looked like they kind of knew what was going on.
Well, everyone looks equally shaken. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Whisper. You don't know much about dwarves. You don't know how hierarchies work.
Then I will pick one at random.
All right. There is a dwarven woman who looked like it got slashed across from her throat here down to the middle of her chest. Her shirt is kind of in shreds. They gave her a blanket to cover her up. She has little braids in her beard, a very short beard. Yeah, love. Thanks for helping.
I
all
do
these
what I
folks.
can. Tell me, do you know where these creatures went? Which direction, at the very least?
They just went after they,
Snatched. They took people with them?
Oh yeah, they slaughtered a couple of the bigger ones. Some of the humans they just kind of took a chomp and then carried. Probably dinner for later. I need more whiskey. And like someone comes over with a cup, and she just takes like the jug and starts just downing it.
What's your name, my dear?
Denise.
Denise. Do please keep safe.
I'm calling in for the rest of the week, probably.
Of
The month.
course, I think I would call in for life in your position.
Just paying off my house. Still working on that.
I'm glad. I'm glad to see life doesn't stop.
It can't, or we'd just be stuck in a rut.
Tell me, I'm staying at the Mead Anvil. If you hear anything, would you mind sending a message to Elaine? That's me. Any information would be helpful. I want to end this.
Yeah, sure. Just also talk to the council. They should have this set up so we can, be taking care of this. Not getting outside. No offense. I appreciate the help. But this is our people. We need to take care of it ourselves.
I understand. I just want to help as many people as I can while I pass through.
And that is much appreciated.
Envy.
It's an absolute pleasure.
Dhacy already looks very tired.
Yes, Dhacy looks like she's about to pass the fuck out.
I guess Kiara is tired too. She didn't sleep at all.
Whisper, you have approximately 15 minutes, 13 seconds before your thing changes.
How far away are we from the tavern?
I'd say about like a 25-minute walk.
I'm gonna find like a corner somewhere.
Are you gonna hide behind a bunch of barrels?
Yep. I'm gonna go behind some barrels. I'm gonna squat behind some barrels like I'm taking a fucking piss. I'm going to
Or you realize that Ryan is still with you, right? Like Ryan is still like on your
Are you still holding my hand?
he
I
walked
went
off.
off.
Can I ask a question? If Dhacy was... Because she's very curious about this, like, suddenly running off and then just returning. It's
Well,
very odd. It's very odd behavior.
Well, if you've Dhacy, you're fairly intelligent, so you've been keeping track of every hour. It has not been an hour yet, and she just kind of starts briskly walking. It looks like she's going behind some barrels,
Yeah.
which aren't well covered. If
My
you want
question was gonna be: is there because she's using magic? Is there no physical
is there no
thing?
blip?
Yeah,
well,
That's why she's leaving the room, so you don't see the blip.
well, you're not in the room. You're in the middle of
You're not in a room. You're in the middle of the square.
Well, okay, I'm gonna leave the square.
Where?
Yeah, you said barrels, my
There
dude.
are
You
barrels.
can't change it
How
because
am I
I'm asking
covered in-
questions.
You said you were hiding behind barrels.
You can't
Yeah.
change it because I'm asking questions.
You do see a blip of red and blackish energy as she squats for a second. It vanishes, then pops back up.
It
Either
was
she's got,
really explosive shit.
or it's that special time. But I mean, either way, you
It's a
might want to
real
get that
nervous
checked.
poo.
I had to change my moon cup.
Oh, okay.
By the way, I rolled a 13 on that history check.
History check.
10 minutes
You've
ago.
heard of? Tia. Also, you can go ahead and roll a history check
Yeah,
if you want to as well.
I wanted to ask if I heard about some.
Ran as well. You've been traveling. You traveled these woods a while ago, but you weren't. There's nothing like this back then. Excuse me.
12.
You guys, everyone knows the story of werewolves, but you've never heard any around here. They're creatures that come out at night, but it's not a full moon. It's maybe a crescent moon. So,
Would I?
Hey, Bret,
That's
yes?
too much metagaming.
would we have noticed where Shen was? Was he awake when we got up?
No, but you did hear their pleasant snoring on the first floor. You're guessing it was them because they kind of were giggling in their sleep.
Shen
So
is
sweet.
suspicious.
Such a shame we're gonna have to kill him.
I'm
I
sorry?
think the fuck not, my dude.
That was out of character. I'm
Be
very
right.
I doubt it.
suspicious of these two. I think they're the fucking wolf, and it's pissing me off.
Okay, I have to go to the bathroom quick, so you guys kind of plan. You guys are heading back towards the tavern. I'm gonna say that not Shen, Dhacy is probably using one of you as a crutch because she's so fucking drained.
Leilani's right there.
I'm going to hang back at the back of the group and just wait until I feel Rand's hand on me again, so I know he's there.
Oh, Ran skipped off to go and try and sneak some food into Darcy's hand. Darcy looks really tired, and he's
Go
got
ahead.
his ration patch out, and he's just trying to put some food in your hand. Please eat this. You look so tired. You tired?
Go ahead, go and make a sleight of hand check, or are you just deliberately just going? Whoop.
And he's just gonna be you're just gonna feel someone take your hand and put a thing in it, probably I don't know, some dried fruit, and just close your hand and scamper off.
There's a little bit of dried banana in your hand, so you kind of look down.
You know what my parrot used to do?
Thank you.
All right, as you guys are walking back, y'all go ahead and plan. And Dhacy, you did see some blackish and red light kind of coming off of where this human woman was going off and went. There's a
Yes, I am a human.
There was a distinct
Yes,
6-second
I am
delay
human.
before the red mist appeared again.
Okay.
Again, explosive diarrhea, or it's a bad time of the month.
Okay.
Ran,
Yes,
you
I am
with
very
us?
much human.
I'm blue.
I'm human, I promise.
I love that the episode I've genuinely painted myself for is the episode where I'm not actually blue in character.
She will have eaten the fruit that Ran gave her.
Has Rand made it known that he's with us, by the way, somehow?
Only to
Touch
you.
my hand. That's
She kn-
about it.
Not to me, though.
I don't think Darcy knows he can go invisible, though, so
No.
it's just an invisible monkey giving out food as far as
Whisper has not moved from that square until she feels Rand's hand
Maybe
back
Darcy
in her.
think it was her god.
maybe.
Like,
Eldwin knows where Ran is.
Well,
so
then she's standing
that
on her
doesn't
own over
matter.
there, then, because Ran's just behind them, because he can sort of walk now. He's got used to the whole feeling.
Elaine, are you joining us? Bye, Leah.
oh, Elaine died.
No.
I'm not joining us.
It's
Error 404, Elaine not found.
What I've noticed, Leah has
Hello
dabbed
everyone
once
new
since
in
Bret
chat.
left.
We will be right back. people in
That's
chat.
asking if someone will put
Leah?
the phone for
Why haven't you dabbed yet?
I have twice.
Wait, I didn't.
No.
Don't
Since
encourage
Bret
this.
left.
Do it with me, guys.
We shall be a few minutes, so.
I can see shadows.
Guys, we will all
So,
die because of you.
Alright, so we aren't leaving the square until I know Ran is with us, by the way. I'm refusing to move.
Elaine, are you joining
Ran
us?
doesn't know
Welcome
this.
back.
Eldwin will just be like, Ran! Come here.
Oh,
Ran
Leah's
like
gone again.
Ran will scamper up this side
Leah,
of
come back.
like,
Tia will kinda like
poke his hand.
sleepwalking,
hey dude,
grabbing
I'm
Eldwin's
invisible.
hand like this
Hello?
typical sleepy child.
Am I just walking two children right now?
A little bit, and you have no idea where you're going.
You've got Ran in one hand, like I'm invisible. This is so
Leah's
cool.
died. Leah's gone.
Really?
Hi, Leah.
Was I
Are you
saying?
really invisible? I have no idea.
I am. I know there's no way to prove it to you, but I swear I'm invisible.
I mean,
That's amazing.
To be fair, Ran, you're not quite sure exactly everything, how you're doing everything, so I'm going to say you probably actually dropped a whole ration, giving or some of it to Dhacy. And you might have accidentally punched Eldwin's butt as you're trying to like grab his hand because you just kind of like, oh, shit. It wasn't an aggressive punch, but you.
That's how you know. That's how you know I'm really invisible. I would never have done that knowingly.
Okay.
Hello?
right, let's try
Hello.
again.
Hello.
Elaine, are you joining?
Do I know that Ran is with us? Has he made his presence? No.
I'm holding an invisible hand right now.
You heard Eldwin go ooh as as something happened, and then there's been Eldwin is currently holding Tia and another person's hand that is not present.
I'm just gonna look at him. I'm just gonna go, Ran.
Yeah.
Cool, let's go.
The city has died
Is
down a
Dhacy
bit.
got- is-
Dhacy is currently being carried basically by Leilani.
And Leah's dying again.
Yeah.
Leah, type for the love of all the Drow, type.
Oh gosh.
We
Or
also get
just do
to
audio.
her when she glitches.
Yeah. Maybe Discord
Oi.
can't handle you. Total.
Aww.
Aww.
Whisper offers Dhacy her
I
arm
will
to
take-
lean on.
So if you are resting on both their arms, Dhacy, you are literally lifted up.
Oh, yeah, they're
yeah,
both
because
massively taller than I am.
They're both 6'3". One thing you notice, well, I think they're just
Small
leaning on
Leilani's
your arm.
holding his arm out like that, like the way that you would when you're normally guiding somebody that's either
Okay.
blind or just
Yeah.
generally helping somebody walk.
I'm
Tia's
tiny
holding
though. I'm
Eldwin's
only like
hand.
5'5".
Like,
So
Yeah. There's a
Still
whole.
works.
It's more like Dhacy's shoulders, like they're still up like this though, because you're like, hold on, it's fine.
yeah.
Punch.
But
If
your
both of them are offering arms, though, I will take both arms.
Okay.
So.
Whisper asks if Dhacy would like to be carried by her.
Hold on, one sec. I just need to do this.
No, come on.
Can we please all keep on misspelling Dhacy's name?
Let's call her Daisy.
I'm okay, but thank you. I promise not to drop you like Jaye drops me. Excuse me!
Leah, you're just gonna get punched tomorrow.
Leah, like, why?
I am hosting you for nearly a week. You will be living outside.
Don't worry, Leah, you can sleep next to me.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh. Whoa.
That's my bed.
Yeah? Sleep on that side.
Damn.
Ooh.
Okay.
Am I gonna sleep then?
I know.
Domestic issues
Wait,
aside.
Thanks. What?
Somewhere in the universe, Ram starts sneezing.
I'm okay. I don't need to be carried. I appreciate the extra help, though.
You can
It
carry
takes
me.
a lot out of me.
You go back and
Okay. Never mind.
What did you say?
Tia, what were you saying? I'm sorry. Were you trying to do
Said
something?
She can carry me. I'm tired.
I will pick Tia up and kind of on one hand and Ran on the other hand.
Like the
Both
So-
no.
Is it? Okay.
Tia over my shoulder, Ran just holding his hand.
Okay.
Okay.
What do I
Okay,
need
so-
to roll to stay awake?
I'm gonna say a Constitution saving throw because you're getting to a point of exhaustion right now, honey.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
This is
boy.
why I'm asking.
She can continue her rest on my shoulder.
Oh, con save.
Unless you just want to fall asleep while on. Unless you want to stay
I
awake,
mean-
because
I mean, I rolled a 12.
you're okay. You're getting there though. Like the bags under your eyes are getting long enough to drag like Yzma's from a
I guess
Like, it's bad.
I guess she was crawled a bit in and like putting the head on his shoulders and just resting the eyes and maybe
There are some flowers
sleep
that
for-
you're not before.
maybe sleep for 2 minutes. Maybe it was 5 minutes. She doesn't know.
Taking
Or
long
she
blinks.
just blinked. She don't know.
If I've got Whisper's arm, haven't I? Like,
Mhm.
I'm gonna just kind of pull her slightly closer, and then just kind of say not like under my breath, like loud enough that she can hear, but not like announcing it to the world.
She is your world.
Whatever you're hiding, you don't need to hide it around me. And that's it.
Oh no.
Okay.
She hit me for this.
Hmm?
Just-
You guys get back to the tavern.
Oh, okay. One sec.
Ooh.
No one is up still. It is about, like I said, it's now about 1:30 when you guys make your way back. And you're okay, Leah. It's okay. We love you. Thank you for just being here with us. I love you. I can't promise about everyone else, but anyway.
I love her. Don't like her.
Okay.
Big difference.
Mhm, All right. No one is awake. The tavern is quiet.
That's nice. Draggy.
That's just wrong. Like, at least mine sounds right when I misspell it properly.
Can Ram send a message to Dhacy
hmm
and ask if this is it? Or does this happen like more than once a night? Or if everyone goes to bed now, are they safe?
Can I respond to this message?
Yeah.
It honestly depends on the night. Sometimes it happens 3 times.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just constant. But this is the biggest group in one instance.
Yeah. So it depends. I kind of work until I can't, and then I rest, and then I keep working until they're done with me. So I was not joking when I said I literally just work and sleep.
Oh, okay. I'll ask what her favorite food is.
I quite like peaches and oranges.
Okay, I'll try and find you some of those. You don't have to respond to this message.
So we're all walking as a group, right?
You guys are currently
Yeah.
just walking into the tavern.
So
right.
both people in the group, we're using message to talk to each other. The rest of us could hear them both speaking and replying to each other, right?
Well, yeah, okay. I was gonna say no for Rand because he's invisible and he's pulling out a small little wire and going like this. The only person that probably would be able to hear him would be Isaac.
Isaac? Who's Isaac?
He's gaming.
He probably thought I was talking to him and started telling me all his favorite.
Oh my god!
Eldwin, y'all children, I'm almost out of water. This is a half a gallon. You guys make me drink.
That's good.
Sorry,
you
Dad.
need water to stay alive, dude.
Stay hydrated.
Yes,
What did
kid.
I miss?
Well,
I'm sorry, my internet was dying right now.
You're all right, my man. Just you guys made it back to the tavern. Dhacy called Whisper out on her bullshit, and ran
I
and.
did it quietly.
And when you get back to the tavern, by the way,
I
like
heard it.
once everyone's going to their room, Whisper is going to put a hand on Darcy's shoulder.
Wait, Leah, before
It's like
you
a
do
silent.
this, what you missed, she
Okay,
said it only loud enough so that Whisper should be able to hear it, and maybe
I figured that's why I
Leilani.
didn't call you out in person.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
I
I
was
didn't call you
gonna
out in the mouth.
before you start to try and beat my ass.
Why do people think I'm just gonna kill them?
Because you're
You said
6
every
foot
joke
3,
for the show.
But
muscle
Yeah.
only.
person.
I just
Your
like-
shoulders are wider than Tia is tall.
That's true.
That's probably accurate.
I will rip out your spine.
Yes, you will.
And also,
Okay, but yeah.
Leah, I want to remind you, every episode you start with Whisper is a character who has anger management issues.
I don't think I did this week.
You
did.
did.
Yes, you did.
No, you did.
Twice.
You did.
I also find it
that's
funny
fine.
that Whisper's anger
You know
management issues are really mild from someone who has anger management issues.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so you were stopping her.
Yeah, just as
Okay.
people are going back to the room, she's just gonna put a hand on your shoulder,
Okay.
and she's just gonna, you wanna like nod towards her room.
Oh god, it's happening again!
You hear a voice from behind you. Also, Rand, just because I want to see how bad this is, I need you to roll me a dexterity check to see how well you can go walking upstairs without seeing your feet. It's with advantage. It's with advantage because you're still holding Eldwin's hand.
I didn't see what the
But-
first one rolled because it rolled off the table, so I'm just gonna do it again.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so it's Dex, right? Which
Yes.
is at the top. So that's a 19.
19?
Yeah.
No trouble at all. You just
Hell yeah.
you go up those
Let's go
problem.
of his
Yeah.
arm and like goes up, goes back down again,
I'm
goes up again.
carrying Ran a little.
Mauku,
I'm like pulling him up by the arm.
Spray.
Leah, can you type
Mauku.
that? Because I did not hear that.
You need a dice
Mauku,
break.
I'm
with
buying
the
you a dice
picture
tray
of
for your
Leah
birthday.
right now.
Oh, I have one. I rolled it over here because my notebook was on my dice tray.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, okay, so when
Help.
Whisper stops Dhacy, she'll
Help.
kind of look at her.
Whisper is dead again.
Yeah, Whisper's
Whisper-
dying.
Oh.
Whisper
Call
asked.
me.
Whisper asked for you to, if she could go into your room with you. And
Oh,
that's
was
when
she
Rand
going
said,
into
"Oh no,
our
not again."
room or the other?
No,
Yes.
you coming into ours.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that wrong. Okay.
Darcy's coming to our room.
Yes, but
That's worse.
I would prefer if it wasn't long because I'm quite tired.
And no response.
And
'cause
then leave.
where is-
Brett
And we were
is dying
stuck
too.
in limbo forever.
I'm dying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Brett's
am?
gone
Yeah, you're
glitchy.
green.
you
Aw.
have a green screen.
Your voice is broken, but you're green.
It's not easy, guys. You keep giving me shit for it.
It ain't easy being green. Right, Leah, please type. Leah.
You either type or call me, for God's sake.
Am I good now?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
fine.
You're good.
Awesome.
We've still lost Leah.
No, I might actually generally just call her.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
If you break
sucks.
again, just call me and I'll put you on speakerphone.
I'm going insane. I hate where I live. I'm leaving my camera off for a bit.
That's
I
fine.
also don't like the north. I was in a dead zone.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
She said yes to coming into the room, but not long because she's tired.
She nods and just, like, beckons you in, just goes in.
Then he kind of hesitates, like, can I still come in?
Yeah, you can come in.
Okay.
Okay.
As soon as, like, you're in and the door shuts, the disguise drops.
Okay.
Would you explain what she looks like, Whisper?
She looks like this.
I love that.
Whisper is the disguise drops and there is sort of you feel a bit of a breeze. And currently around her constantly there is just a gust of wind. Her hair is literally just the gust on her head. I can't really describe
I know
it.
what you
She is
mean.
made of this
Her hair
element.
kind of like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not actually really hair.
It
Yeah.
ripples off like it would
Yeah.
be little drops of gusts of wind.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a baby.
She just kind of looks and then just goes.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
You're right, Isaac.
I can't say I've ever seen a Genasi in
Yes,
person.
Isaac.
There's a reason I don't like showing what I look like, and I'm sure you know what they are.
I don't see any problem with where you look.
No, but many people do. And until I know
Well-
that someone isn't going to hurt me, I prefer to try and hide that from them.
I can understand that.
I'm sure you don't blame my mistrust.
Say again, sorry.
I'm sure you don't blame me for my mistrust, yes?
No, not at all. I mean, especially with the type of town that you're in, I don't blame it at all. But
This town is one of the kinder I've been to.
that's because the town you're in doesn't know. I assume.
No, it's because here my friends have been allowed to walk and breathe, and that's more than many towns would grant them.
Fair.
And you most look like just walk.
But you can trust me. I don't hurt people unless they're trying to
I know.
hurt me or
I
anybody else
know.
that I care about.
I know that I can trust you, that's why I've done this.
Well, thank you for trusting me. Can
Thank
I
you.
rest?
Yes. Thank you for being kind to Ran.
Something that you'll learn about me is that I don't tend to discriminate in the way that a person looks.
I
It's
think
kind
I've
of
learned that.
yeah. It's kind of part of the thing that I believe in, if that makes sense. I just if people are nice, they then need kindness in return. I don't see why.
Go rest, Dhacy.
Huh?
Go rest.
As
Thank you.
soon as religion was brought up, Whisper's like, no, just
Fuck
not
religion.
today.
I will say that Leilani was just kind of sat on his bed, just watching, really intrigued. Like, so we will probably question you about what you believe in because he's interested. He's curious. He wants to know things.
I really hope there was not.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Is Dhacy wearing her symbol openly?
She has two.
Do Tia recognize this deity?
Go ahead and make a religion check.
I don't think I'm good at this, but I try. I can certainly try. Natural 20! Ah!
One of your older siblings, your sister, said that she was going to go on a pilgrimage for the Guardian of the Unicorns. which is I believe you.
It rolled.
She is a Fey deity. Most elves, she's a primarily elven worshipped deity. She's known for being a god of love, protection, healing, and unicorns. Unicorns are celestial being, which are also just a sign of good luck if you ever see one in the wild. It means you're blessed.
I was about to ask if I ever saw one, then I realized something.
So in my one of
Yeah,
my
you've had
older
one stood like
sisters-
right there, and you just never.
one of my older sisters following them too.
Yes, they said they're going on a pilgrimage to start the path towards becoming a disciple of the Unicorn Guardian.
I want to go on a pilgrimage for unicorns. That sounds so fun.
Oh, she was.
It's to become a Unicorn Guardian, not a pilgrimage to get a unicorn.
I wish I got even out of this.
Hey, I play my clerics hella fun, so you don't know. You might.
You don't know what I've got in that stable.
I would like to point out that this is probably the most productive session we've ever had.
I am so proud of all of you.
It's because my Wi-Fi is bad. I'm not here to derail it.
I mean, your Wi-Fi wasn't working for half of last session.
Yes.
Is it because I'm here?
Yeah.
Yes,
It's just
it is.
keeping us in.
It's because Jaye is the official mom of this group.
Jay is the official mom
We
of a
have
lot
a
of
mom. We have a
Team
mom.
mom! Team mom!
things. It's like my character in my old campaign was the group dad. So
Yeah, you leveled up to a mom now.
Immediately derailed.
I was known as my mom friend before I was the dad friend, so
I'm losing.
I'm the
here.
mom friend and I'm daddy, if that makes sense.
You're my daddy.
I'm mom, dad, dice daddy, demon daddy for Leah. Who else is my daddy for?
You
Oh,
wanted
everyone
to
wanted
about how
daddy.
Tia
daddy
just
before?
lost her ears.
So do we get a rest now?
Yes.
my,
Yes.
my ears are twitching.
Everyone can go ahead and take a long rest if you so desire. Ran, you can just stay up if you want to. Eldwin, you can just stay up if you want to.
He's gonna be
I'll
already
stay awake.
sat on that spare bed reading through his books. He's got like a small pile he is ready to go.
Still
Are
invisible.
they all porn?
He'll have forgotten that he's got his ring on, so yeah, there'll be just a book floating.
The best
So,
place.
Dhacy,
Oh my god.
as you enter back into your room, you just see a pile of books, about 15 books, and they're just floating as one of them, as you see that whatever Rand decided to do, he must have forgotten to take it off, or the spell is prolonged, whatever's going on.
Ran, why can't I see you?
Oh! Can you see me now?
Yes. Did you retrieve your underwear from?
No!
And all your other belongings.
I'm gonna go do that.
What kind of fuckery is there?
You're going forward naked.
I'm getting this. Fuck you.
Fuck off!
Anyway,
I just wanted to say, Eldwin is carrying Tia and just putting her down on the bed, and then like, okay, so I have a few questions, and then she falls asleep, and she's like, oh, okay, I'll wait.
when Ran comes back in, Dhacy will have been in her like meditation.
He'll
Wait, did
try and
Ran-
come back in real quietly. He'll
Hang on,
come
did
out.
Rand go and get his stuff?
No, he's gonna send a message first. He's gonna say, "Hey, so whisper."
You
Really
get
quiet.
snores in reply.
Hey, whisper.
You ain't getting your shit back, boy. You getting snores.
I guess I'm gonna wait till tomorrow.
Just like to point out that there are two people in that room.
Do not, Leilani. You are asleep.
He'll just pick his books back up and be like,
You know what, Mauku? It could have been worse. It could have been grunting.
"Oh god."
Oh, why?
Hey!
To be fair, I think Leilani's tired too because he also went around and healed people.
Oh yeah, that's why we're asleep.
He'll just say to
Whisper is helping
Dhacy,
him out.
I'll try not to disturb you. I'll just be reading. I'll be quiet.
That's okay. I'll be back up in the next 4 hours anyway.
Oh,
Hey.
okay.
Hey!
And then I'll...
Okay.
Zonk.
All right. Everyone has a long rest.
Yes, we're not dead.
Woo!
Not like that way. It'll be like that. Cause
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure. I guess we are all dead and
Dead
this is the
inside.
afterlife.
I mean,
So-
you all don't know what Eldwin's true heritage is.
Oh my god.
How much damage am I supposed to roll?
Grin.
5. No.
All right. You all wake up the next morning. Dhacy, the time you wake up a second time, your Shen has already placed your breakfast out for you. It is he cuts up. He actually, for all intents and purposes, it's kind of like a cobbler, like a peach cobbler. If you don't know what a cobbler is, it's kind of like a pie, except it's baked in a
Yeah.
cast iron pan.
Yeah.
With the side of boiled eggs, a couple of oranges that have been opened already, and some ginger tea.
I am spoiled.
Yes. Shen is spoiling us.
Oh, yeah.
He's spoiling Dhacy.
Well,
Duff.
Are
that's
they around?
it's you hear their usual humming downstairs as they're probably cooking more meals because it's about 8. I mean, by 4 o'clock, that your stuff's there, but he's already back downstairs doing their work.
Damn, this boy.
I'll just start eating. And then...
Yeah, Ran. You didn't even hear anything, but like you just see Dhacy open the door, and there's this large ass tray of food. As you're just like looking up from your book, the peach pie smells hella good.
Would you like some?
Oh, I'm not gonna steal your food. I'll probably get my own anyway. But it smells good.
There's more than enough.
There's literally like half a dozen eggs.
There's more than enough.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And I'll start eating and then just push it towards Bran.
Okay. Well, you two are having a pleasant, friendly, pornless breakfast. The rest of you wake up.
I don't think Rand's ever had a pornless breakfast.
That's fair.
He wasn't reading porn this morning. He finished that last night. He's on to the fiction.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, for Rand, porn is fiction.
what were you reading? Wow, Leah.
It's true. It's very true. Just stuff. I got a load of new books recently, so I'm reading stuff. And I've been reading this series I'm trying to get published for this guy who's really nice.
What'd you say?
Kind of good.
You mentioned it last night. Bow?
There's not. Is there an overarching story to the porn series?
It's all you can tell that it's the same person doing several different exploits.
Okay. It's about one person and lots of other people.
It's about one person.
Okay.
And their journey through the world, experiencing lots of experiences that have lots of weird angles and positions that I don't really understand. But it's good. It makes me feel stuff like happy.
Makes you feel stuff. Like happy.
You have invented a new kind of naughty.
Don't snort at me.
You have invented a new kind of naughty, was that?
You haven't went to the
That
meal
makes
kind of
really bad.
naughty. You glued all the pages in the
That-
book kind of naughty.
No, it's really bad for
I read searching all the stores for the smudge kind of naughty. Really? You didn't think this through? Kind of naughty.
I love you so much.
I took
Hear
off
from
HP.
behind you.
Ran has a rap. That was amazing.
Are you going to make a Hamilton version of our D&D game?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, yes! Two of our members already know.
That's
The
amazing.
TikTok is already finished. I just need to use it as a campaign and then it will publish.
I refilled it.
Where's my GIF? Hold on. Things are happening in RP. We might not need to worry about Molly and Avantika burning down the casino.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you also need to get your brother into counseling with Shakasta, by the way.
Well, that's
You can drag him kicking and screaming.
I love that all of my characters are avoiding Shikatsu with like a 10-foot pole and that.
I don't want to be called out like that, man.
Anyway.
Yes.
Anyway,
Okay.
Ollie wake up to the smell of fresh fruit being cooked,
Mm.
fresh meats, and muffins. Eldwin, did you stay in the bedroom and just kind of listen to Tia snore, or did you kind of go out and do things?
Oh, I totally
You would've-
sleep hack him. Like,
I will be right back.
Okay,
Take your time.
Let me finish chewing real quick.
you're ever okay. Good. We're here for fun, right?
So the first few hours he's just going to listen to her. In the end he's just going to be like taking a walk. Maybe outside a little bit. Just wanting to smell some fresh air again. Sleeping in a hotel is kind of weird for him.
Okay. Eldwin, go ahead and make a percentile check.
Oh boy, that can't end good. 14.
14.
14.
Okay. 40, 40, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm scared.
The tower wakes up really early. And the clock what you heard earlier, that begins again. And at this close, it's a little overstimulating for you. And with all the noise of the Warforgers being woken up in the gears, there's no horses, like I said, not really. And the clanging of hammers and the people just kind of shouting warnings. You hear the pressing of different things. It's getting louder and louder, and it's making you just uncomfortable. The city is obnoxiously loud.
I want to go back to the forest. I'll head back into the tavern and put a pillow on my head.
oh.
Yeah, it's getting louder and louder and louder. As the day is just progressing, more people are getting up.
Also, that's really creepy that you said fairy.
He'll just, like Spider-Man, just need to get like a band-aid over his ears.
Did you say you were going to do a furry cosplay?
No, I did not.
Yes.
Oh!
I said fairy.
Fairy.
But you're already... Never mind.
Oh.
Wow! Whoa!
Mm.
Whoa!
I can
That
just
was
see
going
the
too
rage in Jason.
Yes. Will is going to die.
I can't wait to be in the middle of that chaos.
Anyway, welcome back, Jaye.
Thank you.
welcome.
Going to kill my
You're a
boy.
pleasure to be around, and we love you.
You do that. Yeah.
So,
Why would I kill you?
as you are coming in, you hear
What?
the joyous kind of walking of Shen as he's coming down. He's like, oh, "Good morning, Eldwin. Can I get you anything for breakfast?" You now smell a lot. You smell like peaches, like that were cooked in some sort of like pie. There's also just food. Like it smells all great.
Surprise me. I usually eat everything.
Do you want it in your room or do you want to eat down here?
Out here, yeah. Sure.
You got it. All right.
Thank you.
Of course.
I
Alright.
already sit down at like the table.
Okay. While he's having his breakfast, which comprised of eggs, sliced apples, a kind of they don't have peanut butter yet, but they have like a caramel with peanuts inside of it. A variety of eggs, muffins, or basically biscuits that are shaped like muffins. Some breakfast ham. It's a lot of food, and you are just going to town. Tia, you wake up the next morning and Eldwin is not in your room.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck somebody. She opens the door and run downstairs like, and then she sees
He
you
is-
eating.
He is currently on his. He is like on his third plate, and this time it's just like all like just sausages and meats that he's just like been chowing on.
Why didn't you wake me? I thought you were gone, and I was alone in the room, and nobody was there, and I was alone, and you were gone.
I wanted to let you sleep.
Everyone can take a long rest. I'm guessing all of you hear as Tia just starts yelling at Eldwin downstairs.
Beautiful morning to wake up to, yes.
Ren, like you're about to take your first bite out of the pie, and all of a sudden, as you just hear yelling, it kind of like splats up in your face.
Should we head downstairs to the chaos, or do you want to ignore it for another 10 minutes?
Get it off the book, get it off the book, get it off the book.
Well,
At
we have to
least-
look at that chaos anyway. We might as well.
At least you could have
But
asked me if I
But we
want
could
some of the
delay it.
food.
We don't
I mean,
have
you
to
can-
go to it now.
Tia, you can join
Leilani,
me.
you smell bacon and a lot of it.
But I will.
Everybody join me!
Alright, give me like 2 minutes.
I sit down and start eating the food like
He doesn't move. He
passive
just
aggressive,
waits for
staring at Eldwin, who
But
can't
fine.
see that I'm staring at him, but
She's
still
gonna move.
staring at him.
Whisper just moves and like kisses your head, casts disguise self, and just offers you a hand.
Oh.
He's still whining, but he happily takes it and then just follows.
Well, let's go.
Okay. You go downstairs, and Tia is death glaring at Eldwin, who is pleasantly enjoying his food.
The sausage
like-
is really good, you guys.
He's opened up a biscuit and like poured some
You know
like
what's
molasses on
great?
it, like little sausage bits into it. Like he's just
Eldwin
like
can't see that Tia is angry right now.
No. I guess you can like kind of feel it by now.
He
Just
sends
a
the
dessert.
ravens.
Tia, my love, you know you don't just have to eat lemons for breakfast, correct?
Oh boy.
there are some lemons there. There are some lemons like on the table. Like
Yeah, don't eat lemons. That's a really bad idea. They're really sour and weird tasting. I wonder if they've got more bacon.
These cakes are really good. Like,
Is there anything
There are-
less
there are more-
flavorful?
there are more people that are out now. There are the other residents that were in here and a couple regulars. It looks like they're kind of in there with the equivalent like of a newspaper, and they're just enjoying some tea or coffee, and some of them are just having a breakfast beer.
Yeah,
Because
Dhacy would have
stores.
brought the rest of the tray down and would sat with me.
Can I just have some like toast, like something real simple.
Yo, good morning, everybody. Yeah, I get some toast.
Please, thank you.
Bacon for Ran.
Can I have my bacon like barely,
Raw?
yeah.
Can you just get a living pig for Ran?
No.
Just give a child off the street.
I don't eat children.
Do not
I didn't know through that character.
That's racist. Okay.
I mean, technically, you could have a kid though, because that's just lamb.
It's true. And or a goat if you want a goat.
Just the slightly toasted bacon will be fine. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. I prefer. I mean, I don't eat meat, but I've heard that it's also the chewier the better for some people. So yeah, I could do that.
If bacon doesn't crunch when you bite into it, you're.
I have it in the middle where it's like chewy and crunchy at certain parts that we can throw the fatty
I
bits.
never ate bacon in my whole life.
You're missing out.
No, I
You're
don't.
not. You're not.
I'm vegan now, but I've eaten bacon before.
Let's not
I hate
get the
bacon.
discussion.
I hate bacon with a passion.
Vegan buddies.
I'm a half buddy of yours.
No!
Getting there to be half buddy and quarter buddy.
No, don't add more HP, please. You were laughing. You were laughing.
I said let's not, and then it just continued. So I'm laughing at the stupidity. I'm allowed to laugh at all of you.
You know what? For once, it wasn't me.
You're pushing it. Anyway.
Oh shit! You can't see if I'm dabbing right now.
If I can add on HP just for saying that, and the silence does not help your case.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
But
Whisper.
I have to constantly talk and distract people.
Hey,
Or
Whisper.
Yes.
Could I have my underwear back?
Oh yeah, I put it in your bag. It's just in our room if you want to go get it.
Okay, thanks. And he'll go get it while the
Anytime,
bacon
video.
is being cooked.
Okay. I mean, you guys are just talking to a druid. You guys didn't ask if there were any, like, soy or vegan options. The guy doesn't eat meat.
My character is not vegan.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
guy has been eating raw meat this entire time, and you're like, it's a vegan option.
Neither is mine, actually.
Is there a vegan option, please?
Leilani's gonna ask if there's any meatless options because why not eat meatless stuff?
Leilani's a druid.
Yes.
As he's coming out with the plates of barely cooked bacon, more lemons, some toast.
Whisper pushes a plate of lemons over to Tia.
Just because Tia grabs a lemon and really slices it up and bites in it and stares at Whisper.
Just making direct eye contact.
Does she flinch from the taste?
Yeah, I'm
Oh
gonna
boy,
say if you just
shut up.
do it. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for bitterness check. I guess.
Just to say it, I do this in real life.
Look, I have two. It wakes you up.
Sure.
Kicks her right in the nips.
I've seen Nani bite a lemon before.
Con save. 8.
8.
Yes.
One
go
eyebrow shoots off. You're like,
Mr. Leilani. Yeah, we have several different fruit salads. We also have some. I've been learning how to make similar things, how meat tastes using different herbs and beans. We also have a plate of beans if you just want some beans. What in particular?
I'm quite interested in how you make the things that taste and look like meat but aren't.
Come back here. I could use your opinion.
Okay.
No one else asks for this. You go back in there, and it's interesting. You notice that he takes a bunch of different herbs and not mushrooms, but like mosses and
Oh god, not mushrooms! You said the word!
I said not mushrooms. Not mushrooms. I'm trying to be respectful so people here.
You can make vegetarian and vegan meat without mushrooms!
I said there aren't any mushrooms. I'm aware that.
Pointing it out to Leah!
I'm just laughing because you flinched at the word mushrooms.
And you notice that he's actually using the Druid Craft cantrip to kind of mix it all together and kind of give it more earthy taste. Because they don't have the kind of things that we have today to make it work. And it does relatively look like a block of meat, like almost like a steak. Would you like to have some? I could cook it for you, or you can have it just raw. I think it tastes a little better with a little bit of seasoning, some oil too.
I'd like to taste it cooked, please. However you think it's best.
All right. He gets a little bit of basil and a few other like spinach and a few other just greens. He starts shredding it up, or they start shredding it up and putting it on a skillet. And then they serve it to you in. Well, actually, no. You guys are close to Greece, so he puts it in some pita bread with a bit of chopped peppers that have been sautéed in olive oil.
I'm hungry now.
Guys, my mother's gluten-free. My sister's gone vegan. I have a sister that's vegetarian. I know how to cook all this bullshit.
It's not bullshit.
Teach me, please. I'm starving.
Yeah, man.
I'm learning how to make vegan cakes so me and Mauku can have birthday cakes. I mean, more than just the microwave 1 minute pudding. I can make that already.
Pudding. Anyway.
I remember.
So after your and it also came with a small side salad in case you want it to go with it as well. But after a refreshing breakfast, the day is yours. What would you all like to do?
Do I have any healing I need to go do? Do I have any healing I need to go do?
You can definitely go check.
Attacks?
No one disturbed you, so you don't know. But then again, they also saw that you brought a lot of extra people, so maybe they're just letting you rest.
Gonna go check just before we go decide to do anything else.
Shen ran after you had your raw bacon. I'm so sorry. They did give you the location of Francis's. Oh no! I just lost my page for my notes. Hold on.
No.
I just deleted it.
Does Shen go by they?
They do go by they, yes. That's why I feel bad for messing up my own NPCs. I know it does. I'm hurting my own NPCs' feelings. I feel bad about it. Right, yes. They do give you the address for Francis's printers.
Cool. He will collect up all the books, and at some point he'll say, "Ooh, that he's gonna head there at some point today."
Dhacy, you do know the infirmary is. It is about a 5-minute walk in the opposite direction of the bathhouse.
Okay.
And it's become much larger since you last been here because there have been more injuries. Originally, it was just kind of like a small cabin. And now it's turned into a 3-story building, and there's actual doctors there. And clerics that come regularly to give services and to give their last speeches, things like that.
Last rites.
Thank you. I'm terrible with English right now.
Okay. Well, I would like to stop and check, just make sure that they don't need me, and then I'm happy to take you to the printer. I don't recommend you go on your own.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, you've seen earlier how they were.
Just because of this, right? And these.
Unfortunately.
That's okay.
So like in my head, I'm just adding on extra information because I know that character.
So, yeah. Oh wow, Danny snap.
Fuck's sake. A pair of broken idiots.
Should I get mine too?
No.
Yeah. All the wrist braces.
It's in the basement, so I'd be walking for a while, but
No, get back here. Get back here.
But yeah.
So in the hospital, it hasn't been given a semi-dwarven kind of punny name. It's just known as the infirmary. And it is in full swing. There are the usual doctors and a lot of people that are just kind of picking up medical things. No one's been a certified doctor yet. They haven't gone to any college or anything like that. But basically, I've dropped an axe in my foot so many times, or I've burnt myself enough times to know how this works.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to point out that I'm staying as physically close to Ran as I can without actually being in his space.
Oh.
So, like, if anyone looks at Ran, they immediately see, like, the 6-foot-something blonde, angry woman stood behind him.
Are you human or Genasi right now?
Human.
Okay.
Always human when I'm out and about.
Okay.
Ryan is deliberately reading so that he doesn't have to look at people who are staring at him.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to mention that before we left, Leilani would have just checked to see what the weather was, just for his own sake. With your draft.
What the was?
Weather.
The weather?
Just for his own sake.
For his own sake, it's a nice day. A bit cloudy, but the sun is peeking through.
Okay. Mainly because I just remembered something the other day that I was like, I need to actually do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
It's always
guys.
a nice breeze when you're with me.
I would also like to do something.
Yes.
Tia, let's go shopping. You wanted to get me arrows so I can sense them. I have a different idea that might be cheaper. Shen, do you know a place where we could get like little bells?
Yes.
I mean, hang on, I gotta check my notes. Smith Tinkers probably will carry bells. And the general store would also have some. There's also a party store that you could go to. It holds a lot of. It's the store that kind of caters all the banquets that we have and the festivals. Also does birthday parties and other things like that for kind of kids and also adults.
Where can we get a ton load of them?
I only have like 20 arrows. We don't have to like.
But I want a ton load of bells.
I won't be hearing where I'm going.
I think we need to get like a collar of bells for Ran, just for my sake.
You're gonna get Ran a collar.
Yeah.
I refuse.
The part of the book you're speaking right now, Ran, does involve collars, by the way.
No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Primarily because Lund was a former slave, and it's not the kind of collar that's pleasant.
Yeah, that's how my mind was going. It was like, Whisper, you are an ex-slave.
Yeah, Whisper isn't, but Leah, on the other hand.
But you're a current slave.
Don't meet a gaming.
What was that?
What?
So since almost everyone left Tia and me alone, we'll just go head to the stores.
Yes, shopping time.
So are you guys going shopping while we go to
Yes.
check on people at the infirmary, and then we'll meet back at thingy after
I
publishers?
don't know you left us.
That's true. You
Okay.
didn't. You just kind of left them, and they just kind of were sitting there awkwardly.
Well, I would have like talked to them before we
Yeah.
left and said where we were going.
Jean is just downing
apparently
lemons,
not.
just crying as she just.
Let's go.
Yes.
Okay. You keep moving forward. In the infirmary, they seem like they're fine. There's no real problems. There wasn't any more attacks, it seems, but it looks like a young man did drop an axe on his foot and almost cut it off entirely. That's the big major thing that happened right now. He's trying to help because his dad was attacked and he wanted to kind of keep his dad's quota up.
Is he okay, or does he need a cure?
It's being wrapped currently, but it looks like there's going to be probably some major nerve damage. And the boat hit the cure wounds? You're going to slip into cure wounds for him? Okay.
Yeah. That's 10 points of healing.
It's fully recovered. Like, the bandages, like, the bleeding stops, it fully heals. Because children have, like, 4 HP.
Good to know. I guess
Except for Tia,
I
apparently.
wouldn't have needed
I
to
wouldn't
roll
say that.
then, because even if I'd rolled 1, I would have got 4.
That's true.
Okay. Well, if they don't need me, then we'll just go straight to the printers.
Okay. Going to the printers. First of all, you guys hear it before you see it. You guys notice it's that large building that has the
Cool.
you see that around it, it's constantly being upgraded. You see about 3 or 4 dwarves just kind of crafting on it, making it bigger and bigger and bigger. Inside, however, it has a different tune than the original beat. It's and because inside you see about 7 to 15 gnome-sized warforged just going around and speedily putting little letters, numbers into the slots, and then a larger one pressing down and putting it on paper to print out pages.
Wow.
And there's maybe 4 or 5 of these large printers just going, and you see 2 other warforged that have no legs or hands, just wheels, and 2 hooks so they can collect the papers and roll to a station, and it springs up so they can drop it into a cart that is delivering newspapers.
Brandon's going to try and draw some of this.
Okay, go ahead and make your intelligence check with proficiency modifier.
Okay. 17.
You do a pretty good job.
Okay.
Interesting thing about these warforged, their eyes aren't the same colors. Like, some of them have like these kind of golden kind of, almost like firefly or like lightning bug kind of look. Others have these very vibrant blue. Some of them even have like a mint color as their eyes. They're all glowing different colors. And it keeps going down their bodies, and on their palms you also see it. It seems like to be some sort of power source or just for decoration. Y'all don't know. None of you are artificers or know how, warforged work. There is one that is currently, I'm guessing, a manager. It's very slender, standing at about 7'2", or 2.45 meters. Maybe. It's not very big. It's very lean. It's not very stocky. Walks up to you.
Still
Yes.
bigger than me.
Still much taller than you. How might I help you?
Hi. So I've got a really good series I'd like to get published for someone. Not for me, for someone I met once. They're really good. Could you guys do that?
It would depend on the size of the books and how much coin you have. You see its head kind of look down.
He'll produce like was it 10 series books?
How many pages? I'm going to let you know now that he technically gave you like 17 books for you to publish.
17, that was it.
17, and each book, the biggest one, maybe has 100 pages. Most of them aren't that wordy as FFs. Most of them are just kind of straight into smut, move on to the next part, kind of explaining the travels, then moving on. Because it's more of a biography than fiction.
And having read all of them about 4 times each, Ram will know this.
Gross.
So he will say very...
It's been like 3 days!
They're not long!
100 pages. God damn. That's nothing.
He only sleeps for 4 hours!
I've
That's
read
true.
more in less than that time.
Right, but we're talking 17 books of about 100 pages is each that he's read 4 times.
I
Yeah.
could do that in 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Especially if it's smut.
I
He's
can't
an
read 100
avid
pages in
reader.
a week.
He's a fast
Yeah.
reader.
You can barely read.
Shut up.
So he will relay this information. He will bring them out and be like, well, there's 17. They're all about 100 pages each. That one's 109. That one's 73. That one's 84, etc., etc.
See, as you're going through this, the Warforged opens up a small scroll, like opens a compartment in its arm, and drops out a scroll and starts scribbling down the information that you're just going. Like it's writing down a bill.
How much will it cost?
Yeah, how much will it cost?
We usually run it 10 pages of silver. However, if a book is more than 100 pages, we just classify it as a gold piece unless it goes to the next one. And how many copies are you planning to make for these 17 books?
Wait, I need maths. So 17 gold to print one series.
Oi.
17 times
17
2.
Yeah, 17 basically for all the books to get published once. So that's one copy. And he's asking how many copies are you planning to make?
How many times does 17 go into 53?
Less than 3, I believe. 17 times 3? Nope, that's the wrong number.
3 times.
3.11.
3! He says after doing lots of mental maths that hurt his brain.
3
Leilani
copies
just
for each.
types in 3. He's good at maths.
He is good at math.
10 copies.
I can't afford that.
I can.
Oh, okay.
13 copies of each book.
Please.
That can be done. If you would put the books in this basket, and he kind of comes over and wheels over this large, basically
How long
like
will
laundry
it
cart.
take?
We could have it done by tomorrow, along with the other books.
Do you need me to distribute them, or do you have someone who comes and does that?
One more time, please. Mauku, repeat. I didn't hear you.
Oh, he asked if he can distribute some himself, or if they have someone else who does that.
It would cost extra, but we could distribute a couple of copies in the bookstores here, then a few other in the towns that we deliver our papers to.
How much extra?
It depends on the cities you require.
Anywhere.
I mean, we could just take some with us, and I
That is also true. It is your decision.
Okay. How much for you to distribute some of them?
To get them to the city of Kroll, it would be a silver per book. To go much farther than that, the base is 3 silver per book.
Okay.
And this is including feed for the horse and for the for food for the person who delivers. We do not usually leave the city for deliveries. We're needed here.
How will we know that you've actually delivered them?
I can give you a receipt that'll have a message that will appear when they are delivered, if that comforts you.
Please.
And maybe we should take some and distribute them ourselves.
I'd
I
like to
want
keep.
a copy back.
You can keep the originals.
Can I? Okay.
If it is not your series, I would say you probably should give it back to the original owner. But yes, you could keep it.
Okay.
How about we pay for 3 of them to be delivered to different cities? And we'll keep the other 10. Original can go back to London. You can keep 1 copy and assign for us to distribute as we wish.
70 books, just saying.
Yeah, that is also, you guys are talking about holding 70 books.
Fuck. That's a lot of
100. That's 170 books. Because 10 for each one of them.
Wait, there's 10 for each. Fuck! I bought a lot of books.
I've bought a lot. I mean, to be fair, Ran has 2 bags full of books right now. He
Yeah,
needs
but
a bag of politics
170
so badly.
books are a lot. Believe me.
Yeah.
Even at 100 pages, it's like a bunch of like school manuals like this much.
It's fine. I have Levitate. I'll get a crate. It'll be fine.
I'm gonna need to earn some more money and get a bag. Okay, we will. Yes, do that. You said by tomorrow. I'll come back tomorrow.
Very good. Could I have a
Is it-
name for this
How
transaction?
much is it? How much is it? It's 2 silver, wasn't it? And it's 2 silver in each gold.
Yes.
So
So for
It's 10, so it's
So,
6.
for 170 gold, 170. So you want 10, and then there's 17.
Ren
So
has
170.
53 gold, and that is all his money.
So there's 51. Those are the 3 that you purchased, Ran, for the 3 copies of each book, and then the additional 170 for another 10 copies. So that's 221 gold so far, and then for delivering them, guys, you're looking at me startled. You're literally trying to get books.
No, Ran's looking startled. I'm not.
No, that's just my face.
I may drop it down to 9 copies.
I can also have help if you need.
You don't need to. It's.
I have money that I don't need.
That would be 153 gold pieces for the 9 copies of each book.
You lot keep buying me things. Let me help you out for once.
To be fair, I haven't bought you anything. I've not actually spent money yet in this.
Yeah.
People keep buying me things, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, cheers. The best friend you can have, and you leave her on the breakfast
We
table.
love you, Tia. You
We
can
have
just
spent money, Leah. We have spent money. Bathhouse.
Have we? Oh, we did. We did. No, so no, I did buy my own bathhouse. That's right.
You did?
Yeah, we all paid for our own bathhouse.
Yeah. I paid to babe. That was it. Okay, and how much did it cost to distribute all apart from 3 sets in the books?
For each book to have 3 copies sent to different cities.
So, alright, let me do this a different way. How much did it cost for like 17 books for 1 set to go out to different cities? That's 17 times 2, right?
If 17 times 3, it's 3 silver per city is what he said.
Okay, so
3 silver.
Can I just
That
say
would
that
be-
Leilani is doing really well at the maths, Danny is not.
It would be 5 gold pieces and 1 silver to travel 7 to have 3 books go to several different cities.
How much for 10 books to go to different cities?
Hang on.
All this! I paid myself
that
to
would
get
be-
money to do this.
That would be 51 gold pieces.
51. Okay. Fuck, alright. Well, I can put 23 gold pieces towards that.
And I've
This
got
This does not include the deposit for having to get them printed.
Oh, I've already paid to get them printed. Like, I've already
Oh.
taken all that money out of my account. Like,
All right. You see
Okay.
that they collect the Warforged, because you didn't ask its name, collects all the books, puts it into the cart, and they immediately start opening the book up and start copying the pages down like that.
Okay.
Okay.
So I've paid for 9 books to get printed. And I have 23 gold left, which I will put towards distribution. I would like to keep the originals for Lund and then 1 set for Ran.
I would still need another 28 gold pieces to send them out.
Is anyone able to spot that? And I'll pay you back.
You don't
I've
have
got
to do
another
that.
2.
What are you needing? Sorry.
Is it 28?
How much?
28
Okay.
gold pieces.
I'll set down 28 gold.
You don't have. Oh my god!
Like Leilani's trying to give you the money. And he's like, God damn it.
I mean, I don't really buy much. A lot of what I do is off the generosity of the people around here, so I don't need it.
Thank you. You don't know how much it means.
Your books will be prepared and put into crates by tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
Thank you.
You're okay.
So Discord had some issues. We're back.
Hello, everyone. All right. As a quick recap, they were able to purchase 17 copies. All 17 books that belonged to Lund. They were able to get 12 copies of the books. And they're now going to be able to pick them up by 10 a.m. tomorrow, and they'll be all sent out to different cities across the slave country.
We are keeping one copy for ourselves and the originals, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All the smut.
We just spent all of our money to publish Smut.
Yep.
I spent none of my money.
While that's going on,
my money's not good enough for y'all.
I currently have like 3 silver and 5 copper to my name, and I think that's about accurate.
397 gold.
you just gotta like post them.
Technically a platinum piece that I don't think I can spend. Don't think it
I mean, you
counts.
can, but you have no idea how much it's worth. You have no idea how much it's worth, though. Tia and Eldwin, what are you guys doing as looking for bells, right?
Getting bells. And strings.
Are you going to go to the... Are you going to the general store?
I mean, if we go to the smith, I guess we will cut out a
Smith,
line.
or are you guys...
Is he dying?
For me, yes.
dying.
I'm already dead.
Are you dying? Are you
Can't
alive?
hear you.
Can you hear us?
I am here.
I can
First,
hear
like,
you.
testing 1, 2, 3.
Yes, you said you're here. Good. I want to say, okay.
Bret left.
Bret left.
Bret be gone.
And I dropped my
We are in godless land!
I mean, it wasn't because you could still hear us, so.
Yes, I can still hear you.
Okay. I would say we go to the smith because we're cutting down one line. Like, the smiths produce them and sell them to the general store, and they sell them to us. So if we go to the smith, it's maybe a bit cheaper than when we go to the general store or another store. So,
Hello! You go in there and you see the same gnome with the really large, like I said, large goggles. Like, they literally, like, each goggle's like right here, but it's on a gnome's head, so it's tiny. But they just zoom.
Hi.
Welcome back! Do you still want something now?
Yes. We need bells.
Bells!
Yes.
I make bells! Yeah. Like a cowbell or a jingly bell or...
A
very small one.
A pretty small one. Like...
Pretty small one. Like for like an earring sort of thing?
I'll take out an arrow from my quiver and just point to the end. One that you can attach there.
Oh! Okay. And he goes down and he goes to his little compartments full of things. He goes, nope. And he just throws it behind him, and a bunch of bells from different sizes just kind of like start jingling all over the place. Ah! Found it! And he just brings it out. And the bells are maybe like the size of like a pea, like the food. Like just, will these work?
Good enough. That's
I
perfect.
take a bell and ring it like.
It's soft. It's nice. It's a good sound.
Is it good, Eldwin?
Is it?
I mean, it's pleasant compared to all the other noises you hear around you outside in this city.
This town is very loud,
Yes.
but these bells are great.
Good.
Do you want any string or chain to go with those?
I want
String.
strings because
String. I could do string.
Like 3 or 4 arrows worth of
Nah,
bells.
let's take a dozen.
I don't need that many. If all of my arrows jingle, I won't be hearing anything anymore.
And he will have disadvantage on stealth checks, to be fair.
Yeah.
Okay. 4.
Just like Molly Mott cosplay.
Very well. You see him take out a small spool of thread, wraps it up. Here you go. Little bit of string, a few bells.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Do you need something more?
Do I need something more?
I don't know. Do you need something more?
No, I think we're good. Thank you very
Do you
much.
have enough iron?
Awesome. That's a silver.
I'll pay that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I
And
take
you
the
see him
bag and-
immediately. He starts chewing on the silver. He drops it into a smelter and just starts like blowing into it. And you see the silver begin to melt in front of you guys. It's probably not safe for his or your eyes as he's just beginning to melt the silver coin.
I hold my hand above in front of Eldwin's eyes. It's like, thank you. And back up a bit.
Bye!
Bye!
While we're walking back, I'll just start attaching the bells to the arrows.
You can't see this.
If he can find a bell, he can find where they have a little hook in it so he can put the string. It'll take a few tries with the string, but I'm not going to be an ass to our blind guy.
Roll for it.
I've tied knots blindly before. I'm not an idiot.
I'd also like to point out the fact that you keep acting like Eldwin can't do anything because he can't see. You do realize blind people actually exist and live and have fully functioning jobs,
That's
right?
just Tia. That's just Tia.
I appreciate you wanting to take care of me, but please stop treating me like a child. It was... I appreciate... I thank you. I appreciate it. But please.
Okay.
We can
Tia.
get deeper into why.
Your
one
Eldwin's
day,
all
but
growing
not
up.
now.
My heart.
Yes. I'm like triple the age of you.
Yeah, it's honestly. Okay, you guys, as you guys are coming back from the from Smith's Tinkers, you do see Tia, you do see your weird group of people coming back, and Rand looks content but also broke, and so does Whisper.
There they are. These traitors. They just left us at the food table without telling us where to go. I don't know them.
I'm sorry. I drew a picture of you the other day. Do you want to see it?
You drew a picture of me?
I just offer Tia a gold piece, like.
I'll show her.
That's what I just think this is. I'm sorry.
You drew a picture of me, Eldwin. That's me.
I've been
pretty.
talking and I forgot I muted myself.
Idiot.
It was so silent.
I was saying, are we just paying Tia to be our friend?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
You do this since day one.
No,
I haven't given Tia anyway.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there was a phone service for the longest time where you could just like phone a friend and they just come over for like 3 hours and you could pay them per the hour to be your friend.
I wouldn't do that.
Original gold
I'm a
piece.
professional bard.
Did Tia take it or did Whisper take it?
I didn't take anything.
She did take something, but it wasn't your money.
No, this was
Oh boy.
the gold piece that
Oh,
I
no.
tried to give to Tia. And then I don't know who actually ended up with it because I didn't
I
have
didn't try and take it. Tia did.
Tia took it. Tia took your gold piece.
it. No, because I know that Whisper snatched it off me.
Oh wait, originally?
Yeah.
The first one. Yeah, I think I took the first one. I gave it back to you though, so I don't think you then tried to give it back to Tia.
Yeah, I didn't take this one. I take other ones.
Okay,
and
so
then I
anyway.
lost them all. And then Whisper gave me them because Whisper felt bad.
Yeah, I did pay you back for the money lost.
Yeah.
All right. So, what all you want to do next?
Well, if everyone's okay with it, I'd quite like to go to the council and find out more about these attacks. Well, Dhacy, what you're doing is amazing. But surely there is a way to stop the need for such healing. If we can eliminate the cause.
Kill the dogs.
I think they're wolves.
Or just eradicate
Wolves, dogs, all the same.
I mean, it would definitely make my job easier the next.
Unless people die.
Would you wish to join us, or would you prefer to just focus on healing?
I'm happy to join you. I mean, if you're going after... If everybody else in this town is anything to go by.
Oh, we just booked something for Eldwin. I like to test this.
Then let's go to the council and find out what the fuck is going on.
Yes.
Besides,
And
having
that's
me
where we'll
with
end tonight's
you-
session.
No!
Suddenly, Will's ass.
No,
Sorry.
Welcome to work for us.
this can't be the end.
What do you mean, no? It's 1 a.m. over there for you guys, and I work in like 3 hours. I need to go eat something.
Dude.
Work is.
I'll turn my camera on.
Quick, let's
Hi,
do something
Jelly
really, really dumb to end.
I'm eating jelly beans. What's dumber?
I was eating pancakes earlier.
That's not
You
dumb.
have-
That's nothing dumb
you
about
have-
pancakes.
I will.
Hey, Will.
What?
I'll see you soon.
What have I done?
Nothing, you just appeared.
All right.
The thought
Good
of
night.
having to get
Good
all
night.
Good night.
Remember,
Thank you
everyone,
for joining us. Bye.
We're on
Thank you
rollers.
for joining.
Things just